Oh.
Oh.
Marissa, go.
Go.
Great.
There we go.
Like
My mic is now
on the spot.
working.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello all. So we're starting a new game here. We're going to be doing Lancer and Battletech. We're going to be doing 3 sessions Lancer, 2 sessions Battletech. We'll see how well those numbers hold up once we actually get into combat and figure out that they take double the time. But that is the amount of missions that we have set up here. We'll go into just a little bit of setting some expectations, and then we'll get into the nitty-gritty of Lancer and start asking some questions and going into that, if that's alright with Drew. Lovely, I'm getting thumbs up. So, for the entire game of Lancer, Battletech, Balancer, my goal as a GM here is to practice my narrative descriptions of combat. I'm kind of wanting you guys to feel what it looks like on the field with all these mechs. And my secondary goal is here comparing 2 really more crunchy mech-focused systems. We're not really in this for the flowery narrative prose. I hope that I will have some level of narrative, but I'm here for the tactical mech combat. That's the point. I am low to completely non-existent on the lore for either of these settings. Everyone who I have talked to has kind of been a bit in love with the lore, which is just fine. There's some really cool stuff in both systems. I know and care about none of it. In general, Lancer is in the future, Battletech is in the past. That's
Wait, what?
as far as I'm going.
It is? How is it in the past?
Tech level wise, Lancer's at the point where you are literally printing off 3D printing your mechs. Battletech, if your mech goes down, congratulations, go scavenge some metal and rebuild the
That's
thing.
fair.
It's just a matter of
Lancer's
where they were tech-wise.
Oh, the past compared to Lancer, not the past compared to now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want some Neolithic
mechs, or like these suits of armor we wear with swords and crossbows.
I was thinking more.
It's all powered by rodents and wheels.
Yes,
so
I was like, somebody told me last time we talked that there was a fantasy Lancer, and that's what I wanted.
Beacon?
Beacon.
I wanted rodents powering my chain sword. Instead, you just build a hero.
Such a letdown.
Very disappointing, yeah. I'm almost certain. Well, no, no statements on what games we're playing in future. I don't know that. No one can say that. Who knows? GMing! I am not the single arbiter of the rules. I am not the person here who has GM'd the most Lancer, or Battletech in that case.
Has anyone GM'd Battletech?
It is a thing that some people do. Yeah, it is.
Oh, cool. Useful. I will try to know the rules, but if you say, actually the rules are wrong, I'm not going to be offended. Just let me know. And
actually,
as
Marissa.
I found a beautiful, beautiful shirt that said "Rules Paladin," and it was like, I will derail the entire game for this, and it just described me to my little heart.
Same team. Same team.
Actually,
we are in range of that fireball. It's
conveniently
20-foot radius, not 20-foot diameter.
The spell says spread around corners.
Technically, the arrow slit will count as a corner, so it'll go through the arrow slit.
Yeah, I don't know if I describe myself as a rules paladin, but I do try to find the wackiest thing you can do within the rules. Like, even if it's awful, just specifically, like, this is the weird thing you could do because the book said so, not because it really makes sense.
I mean, there's a reason why one of my early mechs in this was built to, I can fly? Let's try that. It worked horribly, but I did it.
But you could fly.
You could fly.
All right.
The problem with flying is you can't go to the ground in one turn.
Yeah, the challenge that I actually found with flying is you can only fly in one direction.
Yeah, jump jets are actually a lot easier to deal with.
So you can't turn. So I can go 4 up, I can go 4 forward, I can go 4 diagonally, but trying to finagle and make it so that you can land after that was art. Anyhow, that is a bad sidetrack. Sessions, again, goal is to get through one fight per session. We'll see how well that works. If it gets to the point where we're starting a second fight in the same session, no, we aren't. I'm not going to be prepped for that.
Yep.
That seems reasonable.
No, going through
I'm
multiple Lancer fights in one session is very optimistic. Even getting through one in one session.
I've got some limited narrative skill checks and choices that you've got between each session. If it matters ahead of time, like it will affect how you would play things, I will try to tell you that before each. But again, my version of these games are pretty narrative light. Most of the missions will probably have bonus objectives or sometimes alternative ways to win, but that's about it. And last thing, you guys can lose missions and the plot will go on. Your characters will not die, which is contrary to Battletech's level of grit, in which, yeah, your characters absolutely should be dying, but if any kind of narrative in the story is going on, your characters won't die, your mechs will, you'll be put into a bad situation.
Yeah,
but you're never going to be sitting and saying, well, now I can win them.
This is a
Lancer solves for that with clones.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, it does.
I actually really like
printing.
how Lancer is allows experimentation and allows consequence narratively without punishment for doing for failure. I think it's great for that purpose.
So given that I think everyone in this group has played at least a little bit of Lancer of One Shot, as we look at Lancer and usually start these with it, what is Lancer? Because I haven't read the front of the book.
Lancer is a tactical mech game. Battletech is a tactical mech game.
Yep.
These two things are not the same.
These two things are not the same.
No.
Lancer
is an RPG. Battletech is a little bit more of a war game, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, practical experience tells me Lancer's a bit of a war game that just has some RPG window dressing.
Lancer A has a really good art department, just straight up good art. That's a defining feature. Cool looking mechs, cool concepts. Still tactical mech beatdown game. That is the core gameplay loop is get mech, will fight.
Add a bit more anime. Battletech is like military mechs, and Lancer is Evangelion mechs, basically.
Kind of, sort of. What is his name? Abraham Lincoln does not appear in Lancer, though. So
Abraham Lincoln.
Is that So I've only watched like part of the end of Evangelion or whatever the short movies were. I started them and then didn't finish.
Main character's father, I don't remember his name, and I refuse to learn it. He is, in fact, Abraham Lincoln. And he sends his crying son to go fight an angel. Like, that is the start of the show.
Okay.
Now I really need to decide whether I'm watching that.
You should not watch
Been
Evangelion.
watching for a while.
You should watch Evangelion. Like the character development is really good.
That's what
I haven't seen the original show. I've just.
It is sad.
It's very sad.
Very sad.
Sad mech fights, teenage.
Yes, it is in fact
not
sad
like,
mech anime.
Yeah. And like some characters do some things that are definitely illegal. If I know what I've
sending
heard
children to war is chief among them.
I can think of one or two problematic parts that the anime probably would not be made today because of.
Yeah.
Most
see, those are the parts that get passed along most often.
Yeah.
This isn't like fan service stuff. This is like.
Yeah, no, I agree. I understand. I have had to dope out of many an anime for these things where it's like, I understand there might be net merits, but also, we're done now.
Yep. Okay, so back to Lancer.
Yes.
I'm going to give a few tips, though I'm fairly sure that these are things that we kind of know by this. One thing that we've noticed in playing at least the Operation Solstice Start campaigns is that Lancer fights tend to feel like you are losing the entire way and time that you are playing
until
you win. Will be workshopping the encounter balance as we go, but I did start the first combat on the easy side of things to see if it was actually easy, or if I have just messed you all over from the very beginning. Who knows? We'll see. According to what it says I'm supposed to be throwing at you, I'm on the easy side.
So the worse we play, the better we'll have it later. Keep that in mind.
Everybody fuck up hard.
Do not do the optimal choices.
Again, the other tip I'm going to give is focus on the objective and actually use teamwork. Because that was the other thing, is teamwork is kind of critical in actually getting the objective done. The objective is very, very rarely kill all other mechs, though that is often a bonus objective, so feel free to do it, but don't feel pressured to.
It's kill all enemies is the usually harder than the default objective other way to complete the mission.
But it always works. Like, in zero circumstances, if you kill all the other mechs, do you lose?
You just might not have time and mission timers to do that.
Well, kill them faster.
Look, I have been playing a lot of XCOM lately. If you want me to put in mission timers.
That's a default for Lancer missions, actually.
Is it? Oops.
Excellent.
And this is how well I read the book.
All right.
Everyone, you
Battletech.
move and then Overwatch, and then you move and then Overwatch, and then move and then Overwatch.
Battletech, we're mostly getting into later. The one thing I'll tell you now is we aren't going to be making mechs. You'll be picking pre-mades. I haven't successfully made a Battletech mech. We're not chucking you that deep into the deep end.
The specialists we've consulted with, which is just what we're going to call them, gave us lists upon lists upon lists of mechs of, like, to choose your era, choose your faction. There's like 40. There's like I think 4 major eras, but like a dozen or more
4,000
factions.
mechs. Pared down to 400 mechs, and I'll give you smaller choices among the 400 mechs. But making pre-made sounds like a nightmare, and I'll give you the tools to play around with that as well, because I'm pretty sure Battletech isn't in this, and you're going to want some tracking. With that, right on into session 0. I'll give you a little box text. Oh, actually, any questions first? Ta-da! Wonderful.
What's the box text?
Great. So we're going to start with some introducing our characters just a little bit. I've got a question for each of you that I hope will develop the situations that we're finding ourselves in a little bit more. So overall, you have all been called into this situation by a woman by the name of Miriam, who you've known in various capacities over the courses of your lives. You gave me those relationships before this started, but we're going to be having some follow-up questions to elucidate the stream. And my first follow-up question is for Indigo. Indigo,
Yes.
You know that you are a clone of Miriam.
Yep.
But what specifically do you know about that and of your creation? Like,
I got a business card.
so when you were created, or when you woke up, or what did that look like? What happened?
I got clubbed in the head after I woke up.
So you woke up and were immediately knocked out.
Yes.
Harsh.
Well, okay, what happened when you woke up directly after that?
Afterwards,
this mission.
Afterwards, I found myself in a mech, and I was told that I was in fact a clone, but be hush hush about it. And
all right, so you knew that you were a clone. Did you know who you were a clone of, or have you had any time to look into that?
no, I've not.
All right.
Let him out of the mech yet.
I'm still in the mech. I'm still in the mech.
Okay, so this is happening pretty much immediately after you woke up.
Perfect. Part 1 of running around like chickens with their heads cut off is complete.
Oh my god. What a rude awakening.
Sweet. In a game that demands efficiency and teamwork. I just woke up here. I don't know what's going on.
Don't worry.
Apparently, I know how to use the mech.
We forgot about line 3 of my backstory. Don't let anyone know that I don't know why I'm here.
Perfect.
We've gone through all 3 lines of my backstory.
Beautiful.
I did account for that problem.
Next question is on to Zen. Is Miriam married to your brother or your best friend there? I think those were the two options you gave me. I can't remember which.
Yeah, so I basically went with my sibling spouse, my sibling spouse or her friend.
Okay.
I think she's best friends with my sister Cordelia.
Best friends with your sister, absolutely. And how would you describe your current relationship with your sister Cordelia, who I will definitely write down and not just ignore?
I would probably ignore her too.
You get along better with the friend than you get along with your sister.
Yeah, I think it was more like they were, both of them were sort of bully nuisances, as I am the younger sibling growing up.
Okay. There we go. Let's stop taking notes and keep paying attention. Okay. So not the biggest fan of them.
Not
right.
back then, no, but it's been years since I've seen either of them, I think.
Okay, so kind of
Atticus went off and became a systems operator specialist. So he went into the electronics of it all.
All right. Next is on to Spencer. Spencer, when the ice cream parlor business that you started with Miriam went badly, you lost touch with her for a little while. Sorry for telling you that.
Yeah.
How did it feel
Arson
when
tends
you
to drive
learned?
people apart.
They burnt down the ice cream parlor.
For the insurance.
That's so sticky.
You burnt down the ice cream parlor.
Allegedly.
No, obviously
right,
they both paid someone to burn it down, so they had alibis. They're the first of suspects. Come on now.
All
I've
right,
seen
I'm
enough
following up
SVU
this
here.
rabbit trail. What happened to the ice cream parlor?
So,
C4 in the frosty machine.
I think
The
it was
machine was
burnt
always
down for the
broken.
insurance money. We both legitimately think the other one did it, and neither of us will admit to have wanting to burn it down for the insurance money, even though it was a failing business. I definitely didn't do it.
Because it was on a moon.
Done it.
It's so cold on the moons, and you open
It's
an
so
ice cream
convenient.
park.
Your ice cream never melts.
You don't have a freezer. You just stick it out back.
Yeah, it's just you don't need to like turn it in ice. You just like can make it without needing any cooling equipment.
And it's freeze-dried ice cream.
I don't
Wait,
know.
you'll
Moisture
clarify that
I was
your
thinking
ice cream
half
parlor
dome.
is on
So
Earth.
the ice cream parlor currently, after
Or
being
wherever
burned
this is.
down, I think it was the land was demolished and rebuilt into a middle school.
So your ice cream parlor is nearby a military.
Yeah,
It is now a middle school near a military base, so we're running with that.
it's a very big base that hasn't seen like that's.
They
just
gotta start training
military
mech pilots
families.
right away.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, where do you send the pilot's kids? I mean, come on now.
So to the actual question, how did you feel when you learned that Miriam, after Ice Cream Parlor burnt down, decided to follow in your footsteps and become a Lancer pilot?
Oh,
But that she had decided to join up with the government instead of with the mercenary company that you were with.
So the feelings were the same even before she joined up. We both wished the other was dead.
I wish you burned in the ice cream fire.
I wish you did too.
Why was the ice cream so flammable?
So there's going to be flashbacks to us both coming back after a horrendous business meeting and arguing. We come back, the ice cream parlor's on fire, and instead of actually putting the fire out or calling anyone. The reason it burnt down in an easily stoppable fire was because we started fist fighting in front of the burning parlor.
And you haven't spoken since, I imagine.
Other than the occasional
was going
death
to
threat
ask-
email, no.
Ah, good. Yes, an automated death threat.
In my head,
Every-
I'm imagining like 50s style like ice cream parlor outfits. Like
Yeah.
you're in the like white hats
Yep.
and like the white coat, and you're just fighting in
Yeah.
front of this burning building.
And the red and
For
white
both of us,
stripes
this
like
was the
luxury
last
stripes.
straw. Like, if there was an ordinary break-in, or just like someone like vandalized the front door and nothing else happened, that still would have been enough for us to fist fight in front of the ice cream parlor. We were that angry at each other before the whole arson thing. This was just
It could have been like, you
icing
didn't
on the
stock
ice cream
chocolate today.
Yeah. All right.
I think
yeah.
that
It was
answers
a
my
very
last question.
toxic
Was
business relationship.
I think that answers my last question, which was, did you ever work with her? And the answer is, I assume.
Unfortunately, yes.
Unfortunately.
All right, and we head on to our last character here, Jordan.
Mhm.
You were the one to rescue Miriam from captivity after a mission went horribly wrong. It was her last mission before she hung up her pilot's gear for good. When you found her, how did she seem to be taking her captivity?
Ooh.
She finally felt safe from that damn business partner.
Yeah, it was definitely like some jungle planet. And she was like, like struggling, like, this is fine. This is way better than what I was dealing with before. And then I saved her. She's like, no.
Not
Were you
anything
surprised
but civilization.
Were you surprised that she quit after that?
Oh, like quit being a pilot?
Yeah.
No, because this is probably around when my character retired, and then he's coming back too.
Okay. So your character retired and came back. Were you working for the government or for mercenaries?
Probably the government. So
All right.
my character grew up on like a farming planet, joined a spec ops
Yeah.
team.
One job, whole planet.
Yeah, one job, whole planet.
They just
then-
make corn. It's a whole
Yeah.
planet of cornfields. We decided
Real
let's
bad.
not-
Sure.
the planet's name was Cornucopia. So
Was this that everything on a cob planet from Rick and Morty?
no, we don't talk about that planet. We don't talk about that planet. Yeah, so he joined up, then retired to help raise his daughter, and then in the middle of his retirement, someone burned down his house with his family inside. Now he's back for
Oh.
revenge.
Oh, good.
This is
Or-
classic 80s action hero tragic backstory.
Yeah. We've got
There
like
we
a,
go.
we've got
I
a
saw your
serial
picture there.
arsonist
Like that's
in the background somewhere.
chef's kiss on that picture.
Yeah. I ain't got time to bleed.
All right. And then this is still a group, but to Indigo especially. Did any of you know each other or know about each other before Miriam called you up to help her out again?
I haven't talked to a person yet.
Yeah,
Do you just get messages on your mech screen telling you what to do?
Yeah, pretty much. That's all we've got so far.
Perfect. Well, AI are a thing. Let's go with that's my headcanon. My current theory for who's controlling you is an AI that's probably secretly loaded onto your mech.
Secret twist at the end. It's an American Psycho thing. There is no AI. He's
Yeah,
just
there
seeing
was
the
never
words.
actually an AI.
This
Yeah.
confession has meant nothing. I think if you worked in the government as a mech pilot and had anything to do with Miriam, you heard her bitch about her last job of the ice cream parlor. So I probably heard about Spencer's character.
I doubt I heard any about any of you guys. I'm freelance, so
right.
I don't think I would have heard about anyone else.
No worries. We can work with that without any issue. Is there anything else you want to tell about your character before you get into your beautiful intro scene later, which I will cue you up for? Anything backstory-wise?
I gave you all of it.
Hey, that's just fine.
I think we know
All of it
more than
that
your
you
character
know.
knows.
yeah.
So the big thing for me is I haven't yet decided for sure what mech I'm picking. I'm gonna let you guys decide what mech I'm picking, actually.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, because you made 3.
I made 3, and I still I'm like.
Is it the same
80%.
pilot for all 3? Or are you just transplanting the backstory?
Transplanting the backstory into any of the pilots, and I'm going to be switching one of the triggers to like "What's the scoop" or something like that to be ice cream,
What's the scoop?
ice cream and news investigator related.
That's worse than the pun that my character is based on. So all right, let's do this.
So
I vote Striker.
my first one, yeah, we've got a melee striker who is very similar to actually Indigo's mech when we played offline before. It was, I set myself on fire. I run up and hit things. I do lots of energy damage, and
you can get blown the fuck up.
Yep.
Yeah, because I'm not melee. I don't have.
Indigo is partly melee. That's why I wasn't sure. Indigo, but you might want someone to flank with. You're not melee.
I'm not that. No.
Okay. So that's an option.
I have 2 knives, but they're teleporting knives.
Ooh.
Okay. The next one I have is
So
my drone
roll
master, who will, even at level 1, start off with... Oh, they just start off with turret drones at level 1, but they're going to be... They have drone commander, and they're going to focus on drones a lot, especially even just with 1 level up. So it'll be a lot of plopping down turrets and fighting with those. My third one is my defender, who can put an AoE shield around themselves. So if you stay within like 3 spaces of them, it's harder to hit you. And they have a bunch of other bonuses, which are about keeping the rest of you guys alive. So they're more support, which I think we have none of, actually.
I'm support.
No. Oh.
My main gun, the gimmick is that it shoots through an allied character and gives them soft cover and hits the bad guy.
Interesting.
Oh.
I have that. I have an ability that doubles your luck on a lock-on roll. So, like, when an adjacent character consumes lock-on, they can roll twice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's everyone picking for me, then? It sounds like... Is it the melee
This
one?
is where the teamwork comes in.
What do you think?
Probably either the melee or the defender, because I have turret drones, but this is more like I'm going to shoot out a drone, then
3 of us have turret drones. That's crazy.
Oh, that's a lot of turret drones.
Yeah, I'm not going to be going for the turret drones, then. If that's the case. But yeah, the defender has multiple different types of shields. Let me double check, but I'm pretty sure my shield doesn't count as cover, which means it'll stack with the soft cover you give.
Good. That would be
cool.
nice.
Yeah, probably.
I can also. Okay, I'll do the defender then. I also have leadership dice, and also as a reaction, I can give someone within my shield resistance to all damage for against an attack.
Nice. I'm gonna be in your shield.
Yeah, I got a silly rifle. I got 2 different knives that both, because of my powers, I can throw and have them teleport back to me. And then I also have grenades. Because
I went controller. I'm gonna do a lot of tech-based stuff, screwing with people. And most of my offensive abilities are when you hit, I will add damage to your hits.
Sweet.
Cool.
I went with this character, then I went max 3 talents into leadership, which means that there's going to be leadership dice being thrown around. I have 6 charges. I can do them as a reaction at the start of my turn. Like, everyone's going to be getting some bardic inspiration.
Nice. Yeah, I have big cannon, I have shotgun, and I have mortar on my back, and I do cannon stuff.
Oh, I also have support hacking. So I hack someone.
So like friendly hacks?
No, on the against them, like debuff hacking, where it's if they attack, they take heat. Or I have 2. I have a debuff, and then I have a support, also giving them. I can make someone invisible for a turn.
So one of the reasons that you guys have all these fun options is because we're starting at license level 1 instead of license level 0, like the game actually intends you to start at. We've all played a license level 0 character. Sure, it's fun, but you actually get choices at license level 1. So we started there, and we'll be
choices.
going up to license level 2 at some point during this campaign. At the end of mission 2, I believe you get to level up.
Nice.
Cool.
All right. So Miriam is in a bit of a pickle. Things have been going not so well for her. The base that she is at has been absolutely overrun by the enemy. Let me scroll on up to my notes. So this government that I have been mentioning lately is called the Enigma hierarchy on this planet that I definitely named. The Enigma hierarchy is part of a kind of unsteady power balance on this planet. I don't think any of you guys are deeply affiliated with this government, but Miriam definitely is.
I might be.
Yeah, whether or not you are is something that I'll figure out in between sessions. But for the moment, she is affiliated with them. One of their bases has come under a huge amount of attack from Wow, I can't pronounce their name. Archon Zol. So let's just do this. Dropping names in chat for you. Enigma hierarchy and Archon Zol. Highly technical terms.
Archeon Zol. Alright.
Beautiful. AKA my random name generator has worked.
Orcon?
Not a clue.
How? Akron?
Yeah.
Akron Zol. Alright. Whatever that is.
So the place that she is currently located in is the Echo Readout. I
Actually don't have that
Sure.
yet, but I'm not changing tokens when we level up, so I'm just sticking with the same thing.
And basically, she gave y'all a message saying, hey, look, I'm in trouble for whatever reason or not, whether you want to gloat, whether you want to actually help, please come. As much as I hate to say this, I need you. And then left it there. So you guys, she gave you a meeting place at a couple of coordinates in the middle of the forest, where there was just kind of a line, like a literal hardwired line coming up out of the ground. When you picked up that line, it gave you a more full explanation of what was going on, which was essentially what I have told you. I'm stuck, please help me. But she gave you a little bit of an overview of what the map looks like, I think. Right, so she's caught in a government facility. It's under siege. She needs your help to get herself and some very precious cargo out before it falls into the hands of the enemy. And then I figure out how to drag you onto this. Oh, look, that works. Where's the jamming? No?
Little yellow flag. Pull it over
Yeah.
to whatever map.
Unfortunately, there's a folder system now, and I can't drag it into a thing in the folder, and I'd never figured this out till
Oh,
now.
Maybe I'll click over
at
the
the-
folder first, or
Yeah, and at the top there'll be the flag above on the top right
Ah.
that you can just drag.
Thank you. There we go. You have your map. I hope that everyone can see this.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. That's a lot of shit.
hopefully they're
Beautiful.
not none of them are veterans.
That's a big boy.
So,
Yeah,
They're
I
minion
know what
rules.
that big boy is. It's I know these pictures, and I'm not looking forward to this.
So as we'll take a little bit of a moment, feel free to scan the map. I'll tell you a little bit about the map's foibles as we go. First off, my apologies. I was still learning map tools as I set this up, so this map has 0 grid. And you're going to have to count the hexes. I am sorry, I will do better in future, but by the time I had drawn everything on this was
the
after I
measuring
learned,
is
and it
definitely
was
not to scale for the map for those.
So this is what it would be like if we were on, pen and paper, not Roll20. Congratulations. Past that, the other thing that you're going to want to note, those battlefield deployment spawns are 4 spaces each, including the ones that is off the map. It is 4 spaces, I promise you. The last thing that you're going to really want to know is the thing that looks like water. It's not water. What are you talking about? That's a height 2 hill. It's hard to find maps that look exactly like you want them to. So if you're ever questioning, trust the annotations that you see on the map, not the pictures.
Metal Hill. Heard.
Obviously, they are metal hills, just like you'll see inside that tower. There are steps. That is obviously height 1, height 2, and height 3 steps, despite the fact that the ground looks flat. Don't question.
Whoever's in the bottom, do we want to switch places? I should go first, but should be at the back, if that makes sense.
I wouldn't worry about your deployment just yet. There are things that will affect it slightly.
Got it. I am the orange. It's hard to see my little guy.
Yep.
So as you are able to get the battle drop, Miriam tells you a little bit more about the setup that you are seeing here. Namely, that the 2-tile thing that I am pinging right now, in blue up here, H3, is a secret tunnel through the wall that Miriam mentioned about. I was so shocked that I didn't just get some singing right there. Thank you.
I had to control myself.
I was debating putting in my notes pause for inevitable. Yes, it is a small secret tunnel. While you are in there, it can be collapsed on you, but it's a way through, and it would take a little bit of collapsing there. And line of sight while in there is going to be very difficult.
I'm just going to rectify that description. It'll collapse on you. Not can, will. It'll happen. Don't do it.
I assume Miriam is not in a mech. I think I assume she's just a person.
That is correct. Miriam is currently in an underground bunker through this escape hatch. Basically, there's a cellar door, a reinforced cellar door down there. They have completely overrun the fortifications. The remaining personnel and Miriam are underground. It's held out for long enough, but obviously it's not that... Actually, whether or not it's secret or not, they aren't getting into it. So your goal, the mission objective, is to get to this escape hatch and get underneath of it. Warning, it is going to take 1 quick action to open the door. Once this door is open, you're all good to go through.
And we each have, as our goal for all 4 of us to go through, just one of us?
All 4 of you do need to go through to be safe. Until then, you will be targeted and attacked. But basically, think of it like an XCOM...
We're running.
Getting off of evac at the end. Once you're off the map, you can't help your friends, but you're safe.
Cool. So, fuck you, Beeline. I'm going.
Yep. I see why there's a lot of them.
The other thing that you should probably know is there's 2 other doors that you'll see up for those H4 doors. Yes, they are very tall doors. This is combat, and I'm learned that I'm not supposed to do skill checks while in combat. So the way through those doors is batter them down. They go down with damage.
That's how we're supposed to get into the facility.
That's how you can get into the facility. If you take a look at different height things, there are ways to get over the walls. Reminder, when it comes to going up terrain, basically going up 1 step of terrain counts as difficult terrain for the movement that you're going. So it's half movement.
We can attempt to climb. It will be slow.
When you're climbing hills.
Now, I already have a question about those doors.
Yes. Go ahead.
Are they... I assume they're metal?
Yes, they are metal doors.
Okay.
What trap am I falling into?
Do they have or do they count as an object? Because I have this from my thing.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can deal 10 AP damage to the door.
That isn't that much
Mhm.
for a size 4 door. You'll probably need. They probably have like 40 HP. I'm guessing, but I don't.
I am not telling you how much HP they have, but yes, absolutely things that deal damage to doors and stuff like that. Yeah,
Cool.
you're all good with that.
All right.
And size 1 section, I assume you do that to the bottom size 1 of the door and you're through.
Okay.
Okay.
So I can punch a hole through the door without blowing the door off the hinges.
Exactly.
Got it. All right.
Do I have anything else? You can keep asking questions as we go here, but if you've got any now, you're welcome to it.
Are any of those guys veterans or other denominations
There
that we would know
is
about?
one veteran on the map. I'm not sure if that's information I usually would give, but as I said, I'm technically starting this easy, I promise.
Do you
Doesn't look like it.
to know what information I usually present before the fight starts?
I have more information, box text, to give you.
I meant in terms
So-
of the enemies, but yeah.
Not right now, we're good.
Okay.
But thank you. So again, goal mission, escape to the bunker doors marked escape. You'll need that one of you doing that quick action to open them. I was originally going to make this a stealth mission, but Lancer
there-
really
Without
doesn't support
house
that,
rules, there isn't really a way to do stealth.
and I ran out of time, so it is a normal mission, and your bonus objective is kill them all. If you kill them all among the group of you, you will be able to salvage one of their systems or weapons, and will be able to install that on your mech. That's not one each, that's one amongst the group. If I completely mess myself over on that, too bad for me, your encounters get harder in order to compensate for that.
Who wants the hammer?
I would. There's better than hammer.
Ooh.
The guy in the middle with the blue glowing things has a bunch of free teleport stuff, if I remember right.
Mhm.
It will still cost
So-
system points or the appropriate amount to equip. If we get there, we'll start debating it as we go. The last thing that you guys want to know before you stop peeking over the top of the hill there is, at the end of this mission, you will have a choice. That choice will either be repair, or keep going on and get less mechs in your next mission. So, avoiding damage, probably a good thing, because there is the option to just say, forget it, I'm going on, which is actually how Lancer base seems to do it. There's not a lot of time to do full repairs in a lot of cases.
Yeah, short
Okay,
repairs
so-
I think meant to be the only few things.
So by repair, you mean full repair?
Short repair is spending our repair. Full repair is
Mm.
getting everything back to max, including our repairs.
Correct.
Correct. By repair, I mean full repair, thank you.
Okay, so you get your CP back too.
Yes. All right.
So, we're into the box text. Your one-time use scout drone gives you a few of the echo readout before you decide your infiltration point. It seems that the distress call you received was not in bad faith. The area is swarming with enemy necks. It's almost hard to hear yourself think, and hearing the noise and looking at the hills and sightlines, it feels like one of those rare times when stealth might be an option, even when you're piloting a 12-foot tall mech. The echo readout itself is surrounded by a wall, and you can see the specific bunker that holds the secret bunker house you were told the survivors fled down. The area around the wall and bunker is very hilly, with one main and especially tall hill just outside the bunker. This seems to be where the majority of guards for this section of the wall have been set up, though you can also see others roaming around in the periphery by a couple of the other smaller hills, still large enough that their slopes would hide your mechs. It's actually surprising just how many mechs there are here. It is a ludicrous force for one wall section, and you suspect that something is not as it seems.
They hate my business partner too.
That is
Like, guys, why are we even here? Let's just let her die.
That is
She's
absolutely
good
the
at
reason.
making
As I
enemies.
flop you to another screen, we're going to describe some of the things that you see here. So at the top of the tallest hill there, you see a rainmaker. It's about the same height as your Everest mechs, 12 feet tallish. Its frame is much wider, and it's working on 4 legs set in kind of diagonal directions there. It looks almost like a spider, with those legs coming off this fat, bulbous body, off of which its signature missile silos at the top and rocket launchers sit like those oversized eye stalks that would be coming off of... I don't actually know what kind of bug. A slug? Let's go with a slug. So you've got a spider with slug eyes. Next to a grain raker, you see a sentinel sitting up on the hill. So, which is the bottom left-hand corner one. There's something feels kind of off about it. It looks like you might expect. It's that slightly stocky, 10-foot tall guardian holding a great shield and a gun at the ready, but it feels almost too on guard as you're observing it, if that makes any sense. Next to the assassins that you see roaming around the outskirts feel a lot more familiar to them. They're a bipedal looking mech, kind of like your Everest frames. The only real difference is that they're way more slender of a frame, indicating that their ability to move much, much faster. And they have a laser sword that is pretty much grafted in their hands. The specters that you also are glimpsing around the outskirts are much more difficult to describe, not least because their invisibility is really messing with your sensors and your drone sensors. So they're kind of set low to the ground. They almost look like dogs. Except when you realize the cloak that you thought was hiding the back legs isn't. And it only has 2 legs and is moving in this awkward, seeming permanent crouch, as though it's hunching its back to try and stay under its cloak at all times. Despite that, they do move in a quick scuttling motion, and it is very hard to keep track of them or even judge how many there really are, as they seem to vanish from the cams and reappear almost at random. There are 2 other mechs that your sensors tell you, as I move you back to the map. There are 2 other mechs that your sensors tell you are there, but you can't see clearly yet. One is very near your objective. You can tell that it is larger than the rest, aka size 2, because it's really hard to judge that on hexagonal tokens on this map. And one which is a smaller one, just sitting right behind the top of the hill that you just can't see.
Real quick, is this H4? I can't tell because the mech's in the way. Right. Right here.
Yes, H4.
Okay, thank you.
No worries. I was not easily able to change that, so yeah.
No worries.
So basically, we have to run up the hill and into the Hammer Town.
This is the Battle of Hamburger Hill. Let's do this.
All right.
Like 1 minute.
I think staying together is probably a good idea. I think that might be a bit challenging with how some things could go, but overall, it's probably the best idea because I remember that both of the Wraiths deal extra damage to people who are not next to an ally. So we at least want to stay in pairs.
Awesome! I'm so glad there's so many mechs. Like, I believe you when you say you did the encounter balancing like the book says.
All right, I'm back. Sorry, a cat was trapped in the bathroom. I had to get her.
But that's so many mechs.
Do we want to deploy in... Do we want to split up our deployment, or do we want to just rush in at the same time? I think...
Oh, this is the time at which I'm going to introduce you to an employment thing before you do that. If you like, I will let you guys do a skill check before we do this, which will let you deploy further away from the labeled deployment zone. Basically, skill checks in this are describe how you're doing what you want to do, roll a d20, add the relevant skill, I guess, and if you're above your check level, you succeed. If you're not, you fail. For every success, you will be able to increase your range of 1 by how far from that deployment zone you can start deployed. For every failure, depending on how you described it, you will take a little bit of something, whether that is heat, damage, one of your systems down for a turn. I'll try and make it roughly equal, but basically, you're not supposed to do skill checks without some sort of a risk, so there is going to be some sort of a risk. But if you want, you can deploy further.
I already have an amazing idea.
Have it.
Turn around.
No, I mean that's the smart idea. Have you seen the movie Iron Man 2?
While
It's been a long while.
The opening scene where he jumps out of the plane and lands superhero landing style. I have this skill called show off.
Just do it.
Yeah, you please, with this many mechs on the field, feel free to grab all their attention. You go ahead, sir.
Yeah,
Yep.
whatever.
All right.
Whatever works.
I would like to show off by blaring music out of my mech with my personalization, which I wanted to be giant speaker.
I have an idea for a risk if we want.
I'm happy to hear the idea of a risk. Sure, go ahead.
On a failure, you start with lock on.
Oh, that's fine. I'm totally fine with that.
I like that idea. It seems correct. Yes.
So would my speakers give me a +1 accuracy for this check? Because personalization.
Is it? It is an actual personalization. Then yeah, go ahead.
Excellent. All right, so I'd be rolling show off, and then add 1. Oh wait, that's using it's a D20. So 9.
Yeah. D20, and then sorry, did you roll an extra accuracy?
I did. Oh wait, accuracy is
Because
another die, or
accuracy
is it
is
+1?
plus
It's a
1.
Accuracy is a D6.
Accuracy is roll a D6 and add that amount.
5. So 13.
So that would be a 13. That is enough for all of you to have +1 range. Anyone else want to do things?
Nope.
I mean, do we want to risk it or just have the +1 range? Is the question. Because I mean, I have unaccuracy or unheard. But
I'm thinking for mine, I might. I need to figure out my fourth trigger, but I'm not using it either way. I'm going to use my What's the Scoop trigger. I don't trust that this entire invitation by my former business partner isn't a whole trap. So I think I've done some legwork before I showed up here to see what's going on and to verify that this was actually a legitimate problem. So I think I'm not entirely surprised by what we see, and I've probably come prepared a bit.
I'll say that makes some level of sense. You didn't know where this area was, but you knew where the drop zone was, where she sent you with coordinates. So if you were doing a wide enough sweep, you probably would have run into at least noticing some mech presence. So sure, weaker, but good enough to figure a role if you want it.
I don't think I have any gear that'll help. I'll just use my +4 to my roll from What's the Scoop is, of course, the trigger that I improved when I leveled up from 0 to 1.
Of course. All right, we need a risk for you. In that ambling about and figuring out of people, you may not have gotten fully unscathed away from people. These are some very aggressive trying to get in. Start off with 2 points of damage.
Okay.
Right. Anyone
We
else
have
before we get
scout
into that?
drones. We have scout drones.
You should have
You
told
had
me.
one. You had one single-use scout drone that allowed you to see the map before deploying
Yep,
and
the
keep your
battery
mech
died.
heads up on the hill. Yeah,
Bad.
basically.
God.
All right. Reminder: goal to get to the bunker, not kill all mechs. Running to your objective is indeed a valid option. My notes here say set expectations that Lancer is tanky. That is something to be known. And from here, please introduce yourselves, introduce your mechs, drop into the deployment zone, and tell me what it looks like.
All right. We're just introducing mechs, I believe. We're mechs, right?
We are
Yeah.
in mechs.
I mean, I have an Everest frame, so generic robot body. It looks like, how tall are Everest? Like
12 feet.
Yeah.
To be honest, Lancer avoids setting height things. The pictures, the art gives an idea.
Yeah, it
All
Our
right.
embraces
mechs are
the
3 feet
it's
tall.
like
Yeah,
the mechs that show the drawings that shows the mech like as big as a car, and the drawings that shows the same mech as big as a building are both canon.
Heard.
Yeah.
So yeah, no,
Size 1/2 is about man-sized, though, so double man-sized, if you want to
Yeah.
go literal.
Half size mech?
Half-size mechs are about as big as a person, a little bit bigger.
Yeah. That is my understanding as well.
Yeah. So I'm in an Everest, with, 2 barrels of rifles sticking up over shoulders and jetpacks for jumping. And then I have 2 knives, and it's just because it let me, is the real answer, but
What's your call sign?
Evil Kevin.
Of course. Perfect.
Yes. Call sign Evil
Are-
Kevin. I have 2
are-
knives.
Are
There's
you the
some,
clone with the goatee?
No. No.
The Lady Miriam with a goatee.
No, we're not far
It's
off.
probably useful that none of these other mechs have seen you before going on this.
Oh
Yeah.
yes, absolutely.
I do have like a cape thing with tiger stripes on it. It's very cool.
All right. So we have another mech who's landing down from the jump ship with music blaring. What else do we see from that mech? And where are they landing? Because you've got 1 extra
Sure.
hex if you want.
So I could go like here.
Yeah, any of you
Yeah.
can go like wherever.
Oh,
Here,
okay.
1 hex out, or on
Uh,
either, or you can split between zones, whatever you want.
I'll deploy right there. I'm blasting Maniac by Michael Sembello.
You had to look it up.
I had to look it up. It's a good song. Yeah, so call sign Ballad is dropping down in his mech Karma. He's got a giant like mortar on the back. A normal it's an Everest mech, but he's got like bigger base. One of his arms is a giant like spinning Gatling cannon. And then in the other hand is a shotgun. And he's got like a bunch of like stuff strapped to him. He's got a let's see here. He's got an ammo case. He's got his giant speakers. He has
I'm thinking the speakers are pauldrons, right?
I imagine the speakers are like the pauldrons, like you would imagine. Like it probably looks like
World of
2
Warcraft
missile
armor.
canisters, but
It's like missile batteries, but it's just subwoofers.
speakers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he is just going hard.
Nice. Any other specific things of what it looks like when you guys enter the field? For our other 2 mechs here? Also, call signs would be helpful.
So I think my character's call sign is Phalanx, and I think they just like rush in after you with their mech named Auspice. The big thing about their mech is it has a built-in energy shield, which we talked about briefly, but it still even when not using it, it still has like this ethereal blue-green, mostly green, but tinged blue glow to it. He starts running in and complains over the mic about how this wasn't what, like, you went too early and this wasn't what we planned.
I was told jump.
I wasn't
jumping,
ready.
partner.
I wasn't ready. Yes, he sounds
I
like
think you
Batman.
need a lozenge, partner. We're going in. She's a maniac.
I'm the one in charge.
Beans back, water.
You go and I say. No one agreed that he's in charge. We just keep saying.
I shoot the shotgun in the air, and that's the pellets or the water.
Yep.
I think in sharp contrast to our lead mech there with his loud blaring music, I think just sort of ambling up in the rear is Atticus Walker in Rambler. And he takes a look, surveys the scanners and everything, and says, shit, we done fucked up now, boys. There's a lot of bad guys up on that hill.
We go around. Hide behind the hill here. Don't fight him. Go in.
Do they know we're here? Even though I'm blasting music.
Now they do, yes.
Says the guy with the blaring music.
Yeah.
That was a Jordan question. That was not a Ballad question.
Stealth
Ballad
mission
always
was
assumes they know he's
before. Stealth mission was before I realized that I'd have to set patrol routes for every single one of them, create mechanics to see their sight lines, and no.
I've looked it up. There are games for tactical stealth that does that type of thing. I've never played one, and I kind of want to, but that's for later.
All right, I will ask, just as I see deployment has moved around a little bit, is this final positions where people want to deploy?
Yes.
Yep, that makes much more sense. Yep. Alrighty. So I believe that Lancer combat starts with one move from the PCs and one move from NPCs, one move PCs. For right now, we're just going to get started with that and take a pick. Who wants to start? Ow. Bite my own tongue.
I could go first, rush forward, and produce a shield for everyone else to run into on their turns.
Are you running right or forward? Like this way? Or... Oh, wait. Hold on. Brackus the others. This way or this way?
We should run to the right. Even if we want to rush them, rushing from here is better than rushing from where we are.
Then you should go last with your energy shields and...
Oh, I have to activate them on my
tankiness.
turn, so tanky is not necessarily the way I would put it. I'm group tanky, I'm not individual tanky.
Heard. Okay. Yeah, let's run around.
But the other issue with this entire mission type is that using my energy shield immobilizes me until the end of my next turn. So it's a whole thing.
So you probably want to run around the side here,
yeah.
and then...
With this mission type, the energy shield probably won't get used as much, because I have to plant and stop to use it for a turn.
Right.
I have other things I can use, though.
Alright, then go.
Okay. Right, I have to do it manually. What's my speed? Speed is 5. So I can run, I can boost. I can't double boost unless I do something else. So I think the best thing I'm going to do...
Right, as all of you are in Everest frames, I will do a quick reminder that your protocol is possible to be activated for the entirety of a scene, aka this mission, but that would be once for both this mission and next mission. So take your pick on which you want.
Unless we do
the full repair. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. AKA, I trust you know that better than me right now.
I don't. I'm going to make a mech with a big cannon, and that's as far as I got.
Alright. I'm going to move up 1. Use an action to deploy cover right in the 2 spaces ahead of me to help you guys not die.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Then 1, 2, 3, 4. So that makes 5 total spaces, which is my normal movement. For my next action, I'm going to move another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And am I in line of sight currently of anyone?
Right, height does not affect line of sight really, but over the hill.
Okay.
Let me
Sorry.
check. The big question is always the Rainmaker.
Sorry, my mistake. When I was standing where I started my turn, because I didn't realize I have to do this to start my turn, but it wouldn't have changed my turn. I would have liked to use a protocol to use. Do I want to do that? I use heat. Never mind. I'm not even using that. Then I think I'm just gonna end my turn. I'll save up stuff for later.
So you used movement, you used one action to drop some turrets, and you used your second action to do a boost.
Yes.
Alrighty. That makes sense. And we're on to one enemy's turn here, which is almost certainly going to be, let's start off with the Rainmaker, because it's fun. Let me do some quick math. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm unintentionally cruel. Alrighty.
Yeah, I'm within range of my mortar. We're probably within range of his mortar.
Yeah.
We are starting off
I should have shielded.
with
Probably.
as the mechs in the area start to notice you and the blaring music, the one in the middle, the Rainmaker, who is obviously the line of ranged attack there, it starts to vibrate a little bit. It hunkers down onto its legs, getting closer to the ground for a moment before shooting out of the top of it a massive. Let's see. A massive barrage of so many missiles, it's hard to actually count how many there are. They come streaking towards you. Towards you, 3. And they are going to ask you to try and do an agility check to see if you can avoid taking some of this damage as you dance out of the way of missiles like pellets impacting the ground around you.
Nice.
What button is this? Agility, you said?
Agility, yep.
Yes.
Well, I'm fucked.
Now I will roll this thing and see if it works. That's
Is this
not
also knockback?
roll. Yeah. Oh wait. Okay, so 4 energy damage and 2 heat if you were not if you didn't pass your save. Oh right, you don't know what the save is. So Jordan, with your mighty music enhancing your rhythm, you dance out of the way. Now, please tell me, explain, what kind of dance does this look like?
Do you flip the song as the missiles come in?
He changes the song to Can't Touch This.
I'm just imagining your shoulder plates on your mech are both record players, actually, so you can just
No, that's inside the mech. He has the record player.
Perfect.
So if he needs to go, he'll switch it up.
Absolutely. And how is Evil Kevin doing a good job to avoid these missiles?
Oh, they just missed.
Just, they
stood in
came
one
in,
spot.
and for some reason, it's like
you froze
could not aim.
and got lucky.
You froze in panic, and they thought you were gonna dodge.
I have a guy holding my gun above my head as a little umbrella, and
there's just a short montage of the 2 missiles talking to each other, they're not gonna sit there, right? All right, no, they're not gonna sit there. You go left, I'll go right, and then they both miss.
Beautiful. And
no matter
then
where they dodge, we'll hit them.
Your missiles, unfortunately, or dodging is not quite enough. So again, because you're taking energy and heat damage, it is not so much the missiles impacting as the heat waves now coming off of the ground that is hitting those of you who have dodged. It's just energy coming up there. So yeah, there's a little smoking, just energy in the air around this area. So yes, anyone who missed, take 2 energy damage and 2 heat. Or 2 energy damage and 1 heat, sorry. Anyone who was hit take 4 energy damage and 2 heat, and next turn. Oh wait, no, that's only 1 attack. Action.
Wait, so even if we saved, we still take energy
You take-
damage and heat?
You
Yeah, you
take
save for half.
You save for half.
Yeah.
Got it.
Save for half.
Okay. So
Is there a way we're supposed to be doing the heat? I thought that was a...
Only if
there
is a macro. If you click your token, it'll appear at the top. But it only really matters if you would go over your cap.
Okay.
If you equal your cap
heard.
for heat, you're fine. If you would go above your cap, you have a problem.
okay, so 1 HP damage, 2 heat.
Opposite for if you succeeded.
Yeah, it's 2 HP, 1 heat.
2 HP, 1 heat. Got it. I'm gonna count up to my thresholds.
I'm
that's
counting down for
probably-
HP and up for heat. It's
Correct.
weird, but I'm doing it.
Yeah, I'm doing the same.
All right, I'll count down.
Alright.
All right, for the second thing, almost hidden behind the barrage of 50 million other missiles, you notice that there are 3 other rockets that are being shot that you didn't quite. They look bigger than the rest, and they actually stop right before they actually shoot forward, and just hover in the air, waiting to be to come down on you.
Sky mines.
There is
Damocles
Sky
missiles.
We've got one right here, one right here, and one right. Yeah. Yes, definitely. They are covering like 3 lines. As I figure out how to destroy that,
Should be able to
undo.
yeah, click and delete. Yeah.
Beautiful. And one right here.
It only lasts for-
And
Okay. I think I remember how these work. I think they only last for a turn. Still a pain.
Don't step in them.
you know that if you
They-
stand in them, yeah, it is going to do bad things.
Likely with a blast, so don't stand
Yeah.
near them, I would guess.
Cool.
Yeah. Lasts till the start of their next turn. So that is that. They're quite happy sitting up on their hill. They have no interest in moving. That's 2 actions. Next person's turn is chosen by the person who went last.
Any volunteers before I make my decision?
I'd like to move because I just got fucking hit pretty bad.
Zen, you
I
can
don't
go
have
then.
a lot of HP.
Yeah.
All right. Well, my first action. Hang on. Let me figure out how to do it. Shit.
I will say, spread out, partners.
Are we going for the kill them all method or the just rush method, by the way? Because that also changes my
I-
strategy.
Feel like killing them all is the bonus,
We get
not the intent. Yeah, but if we have to kill them all on the way, like let's whittle them down and
See
see
how
what
it
it's like
goes.
when we get to the door.
Fair.
Yeah.
And we can
I
spend
mean,
a couple rounds
we get up
mopping
to the
them up
door
if
and
we
then
need
said,
to.
No.
Here's the thing. Our way up is like this, because it's height 2, and then height 3, and then height 4, and then down to height 3. So we have to kind of go up like this.
Well, we could also
Oh,
go up to here and then, like, this is all height 1 up to this hex, and then we could just climb right.
What does everybody have for mobility stuff? Because boost jets, any flyers, any of
I
that
have
stuff?
5 speed, which is decent. So with
I
a
have boost
regular
jets.
with a regular
Okay.
boost action, I can climb out.
I have cannons.
All right.
Does that help you
I'm not
move?
very fast. I have 4 speed.
Can you jump like in Halo, where you throw a grenade at the ground and jump over it? And
Technically, actually, maybe I could jackhammer around below me.
You have to get a
because then I can
knockback
move
thing
to
below
get
you
in the
while you're
fire.
hovering.
all right,
Would be
my
helpful.
first action. I don't know. Do I have to roll anything to hide, or do we just say hide?
If you are out of line of sight, or the infiltrator perk, you just
I have
hover.
the infiltrator perk.
Then you just spend an action, you're hidden.
Sweet.
Until the start of your next turn, I think.
So
there's a limit.
hidden is nothing can target you. I remember, but technically you're still seen on the map. It's just nothing can mess
Yeah,
with you.
and that'll be the same
Correct.
in reverse for the 2 wraiths over there. We will be able to see them even when they're hidden. We just won't be able to do
The
anything.
specters, yes.
All right.
Spectres.
Well, actually, before I start my turn, I'm going to fuck it and dump my core power right now with a protocol. activating my power up. Just to get a +1 for everything, because why not? And then I will hide. I believe that's one quick action to do, which leaves me another quick action in my movement.
With this mission objective and the fact that we all get a free boost when we activate it, it might be a good idea just for everyone to do it for the extra movement.
Yeah, that's my primarily thing, is that you can boost once per round for free.
For our active power up.
Yeah,
protocol?
your
If
hyper
you
spec
power
fuel
up.
injector power up
Mhm.
for being an Everest.
Yeah. The way part of it is if you activate it,
That's true.
you can boost once per turn for free, which is huge for this type of mission.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then we can't use it next mission unless we full repair, right?
Yeah.
Correct. But
We have to live
And then I
to
need to
use the
check
next mission.
one. Sorry, lots of rules here. Gotta check a thing.
If there's a specific rule, feel free to shout it out to the table. I will legitimately be doing that next turn because
There is
we all need
there is
to
all the
search the
cheat
books a lot.
sheets too.
Yeah, that's why I've actually downloaded the cheat sheet and I've got it half screened over here.
Yeah, the turn summary is my most used cheat sheet, if I remember correctly from last time.
I found a couple of really nice cheat sheets, but there's some things that I found is hard to find when searching the book.
Next name. I am going to. It sucks not knowing the turn order. Of us. Well, I determined the next one, right?
yeah, which
Yeah.
means
Yeah.
you know the turn order because you just decide who goes
Okay.
next, and there's only one other person afterwards.
Right. In that case, I'm going to bolster. That's a quick tech, right? Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to bolster Ballad, which means that you have +2 accuracy on your next check or save.
Nice.
That's a
Okay.
special bolster boost thing you have.
That's
No,
just
it's just
it's a tech action.
Check or save, yeah. Oh, right, yeah.
Ooh.
Just not attack roll.
Correct.
They changed the little thingies. I'll do this. So I have +2.
You can change. You could do the accuracy in the top bar.
Oh,
yeah,
you can.
your character
Yeah,
sheet.
says,
There's
like,
a little
Click
thing
your
for
token and click set status.
if it says ACC, that's setting for accuracy, and then there's a
number
On the mech sheet.
a
Oh, I
drop
think they're
down.
talking about a different thing.
on the mech sheet. Like on the Roll20 mech sheet, top
Right.
bar, the 66 accuracy difficulty none.
Oh, got it. Okay. And
Yeah.
then 2.
Set for AC and set that for 2, but don't use that to attack.
Got
I
it.
usually
That
just
will-
keep it on 66 and then add it in afterwards because, yeah.
Yeah. 66 is great. Anytime you roll, it rolls an additional 66, so
It's
you can just pull
really
for
helpful.
accuracy numbers.
Okay, I'll just keep it on 66 then.
Yeah.
And boosting 1, 2, 3, 4 over here. And that will be my turn. I believe.
You
Wait a minute,
free boost was free. I think you might still have. What did you spend both quick actions on?
I moved, free boosted. I do have one more quick action, but I can't
Bolster, and then a quick.
bolster twice.
I think
and
tech actions can be used multiple times. Actually, they're the exception to that rule, if I remember right.
Let me check the cheat sheet on that one.
Or technically, you can use the full tech action to use 2 quick tech actions. Is how it works.
Okay.
Yes. So basically, try to announce if you are doing a double quick tech action or if you are doing a multiple 2 shots per turn. You
Alright.
do need to announce that ahead of time, but this is the first time in a campaign in a while.
So if I can bolster twice, I will bolster each of the remaining 2, and then move away.
I think the only thing it's meant to prevent is, oh, I failed that attack. I'm going to attempt another attack, but bolster doesn't use a roll, so.
Yep.
Yeah.
It does specifically say you can use the same quick tech twice. So
Okay. So yeah, both of you are bolstered.
sick.
Okay.
Nope, that's wrong. I hid.
You hid. That was your other action.
Yeah.
Or, never mind. I'm not bolstered. It's fine.
Oh, right. You hid. Do not take that into account. I don't know where you are. Okay.
These guys will shoot, not you.
Well, now here's a matter of how mean am I as a GM, because as a GM, I don't. No. The answer is not. I'm not doing that. Okay. We are going to work with the Spectre's long-range teleport. You thought they were far away. It turns out that you were mistaken.
Oh,
I regret.
So glad I didn't jump up onto the top of that when I was thinking about it.
I'm still
Um,
confused on range, but we can figure that out.
Yeah, range is a nightmare. In this case, it is essentially, it does not matter the ranges. Oh, wait. They came from up there. They are landing here.
Okay, just out of range. That's H2 and I'm in H0. Maybe they can't reach
And
me,
that
except I know they can
is the
because I think they have a
rule.
range 3 melee weapon.
As far as I understand, what are rules for range and height on melee? Because I have not been able to find anything in
By
Lancer.
default, it's adjacent, but their weapon, I believe, their default weapon is threat 3, which means
that is correct.
it
yes.
has a threat. Includes the range of a weapon. Sometimes range will be higher than threat for normal attacks, but it's at minimum equal to threat. So they're in range even from up above because it's a weird whip sword thing.
So basically, in this case, your sensors seem to like blink on and off. The Spectre that you thought was over that direction, suddenly isn't. In fact, they are suddenly significantly closer. And while they are being that close, they are going to.
So you know that thing I said where you want to be standing next to an ally when you get hit by these guys?
Yeah, they're going to
I'm
attack you.
not.
You're not, no.
So as they come, they this blue glowing whip sword comes out, and why don't I have this? Oh, here it is. Is that a yes? It was a whisper. Ha! Right, crits for them don't matter.
Crits.
They
so they
very
hit.
much. So this whip sword comes on out and wraps right around your mech's neck.
I suspect
it
I'm going to end up
is-
bracing. How much damage do I take if I don't brace?
I'm just checking. Did I put this in right? Because if so, that's 10.
That actually sounds right. I'm going to brace. I'm going to reduce that to 5.
Yeah, that's 10.
Jesus.
Okay.
Yeah, it is plus 5 damage if you're not standing next to if you're alone, basically, if you're not next to someone that's an ally.
Yeah. So that guy is standing above you with its sword just wrapped around your neck right now. You're not grappled or anything, but yes.
Yep. So I brace.
That is its. Oh wait, it still has a movement. And after that, it decides to, I think, leisurely back up.
Okay. Sure. I'm gonna use a reaction to shoot it.
Didn't
Oh, do
you
you
already
have a
use your
reaction to shoot it?
reaction?
Yeah. You have one reaction. It's brace. Nice try.
No, that's not how reactions work
No.
in this game.
Reactions
Each
go off with
reaction,
triggers. You get one per round.
Each
Yeah,
reaction.
but one per round.
You don't get one per
Oh
round.
wait,
Each
as many
reaction
reactions.
is once per round.
Each reaction is its
gotcha.
own
Oh.
resource. So some
Heard.
people can build their entire build around having a bunch of different reactions and different things. They'll all go off if the triggers are met.
Mm-hmm.
In which case, if you all allow the GM to make a mistake, I'm going to maybe not back up for no reason whatsoever to get hit.
that's fine.
All right. In which case, I end my turn there. Then
Oh, actually,
your
hang on.
choice on the next person.
Due to the stress of bracing, I can't take reactions until the end of my next turn. So because I braced,
Bye.
specifically that one means I can't do other
1,
reactions.
2, 3, 4. I'm happy. Go.
Can I go?
Yes. Or wait, no, you get to
Would be
pick first.
Zen picks.
Mhm.
Right.
I'm sorry, I'm just
As I-
checking something.
Yeah.
No, I don't have any. Nope. Okay.
Okay, so the
I
power
guess
up
they had a
is
shotgun.
the power up protocol. We could just do. It's
Yep.
not like a quick action.
You can do
Nope.
one protocol
Protocols
per
have to
turn.
happen
but
at
yeah.
the beginning of their turn.
But other
It has
than
to
You
happen
can
at
only
the
use a
beginning.
protocol at the
Now.
beginning.
Okay, then I will do it because this is kind of a tricky situation that we're in. Okay, so I get +1 accuracy on all attacks, checks, and saves. Additionally, once per turn, you can boost as a free action. So my move, can I move, shoot, move, or can I
Yep.
move, shoot?
You can do both.
Yes,
Either one.
in both
Cool.
cases.
You can split your movement as long as you stop
Yeah.
to take your shot. You can't like be moving while you're shooting.
Cool. Okay, so 1, I assume to go up to height 2, it's 2 movement.
Question.
We're on height 0. It will cost.
Oh, I thought we were on height 1.
We're on height 0 because these boulders are height 1.
Yeah, you're on height
Got
1.
it.
Scrambling up to height
I think it'll
1
take.
is easy enough. Scrambling up to height 2 might be a little challenging.
It'll take
I haven't.
it'll take 2 movement to climb onto the height 1 boulder, so I think it'll take 4 movement to go onto the height 2 hill.
Damn.
We're gonna go with that until I find anything different. I'm looking at for different things.
I got you.
Oh wait, is
Attention again,
this
I'll find
cover
another
you
corner
gave
roll.
height 1?
Yes. So you could just
Okay,
climb up onto it and then onto the hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can
So-
definitely stand on the just deployed cover. I'm good with that. It'll
Yeah,
look
so that'll be-
hilarious, but
That'll be 2,
Staircase protocol activated.
3. I'm gonna use my boost to go 1, 2, 3, 4.
I think boost and move are gonna kind of be separate there. Like I don't think you can use half of a point from a move and half of a point from a boost to get up.
Right, but so my movement is 4, so this is 2,
Yep.
3, and then I
Yep.
got boost. So now it's 2,
Now you're restarting. Yep,
3, 4.
Perfect.
all good.
And
Got
no
it,
cover
okay.
From you.
Congratulations, you're in threat range.
My quick action will be to spin up this bad boy. Oops, I didn't mean to shoot it, but
But you hit.
so
You sure you didn't mean to shoot
Yeah.
it?
no, I wanted to spin up first. So when I spin up, it has overkill, heat, self 1. So I gotta take a heat
Oh, I see.
for spin up.
Now it stays
and
spun
then-
up, I think.
It stays spun up. It's reliable through what?
That protocol tag. You got to do that at the beginning of your turn.
Oh,
You could just hit it.
Were you intending? Did you use the other protocol at the beginning of the
I
turn?
did use the other
Protocols
protocol.
aren't limited as far as I'm aware. You can, if you have multiple protocols, you can use them all. They just all have to be at the start of your turn.
Oh, okay. Then I would have done it at the start of my turn.
In this case, yep, we know for now. Next time.
Okay. So it has overkill, which is when rolling for damage with this weapon, any damage dice that land on a 1 cause the attacker to take 1 heat and are then rerolled. Additional 1s continue to trigger this effect. It's also reliable 3, so it always does 3 damage even if it misses its target or rolls less damage. Okay. So
Just to be clear again, because overkill really messed me up with this. Overkill, if it's basically you're never going to roll minimum damage, you're never going to roll a 1. But if you do roll a 1, you're the one taking that heat
Yeah.
to roll again.
I think in our previous game, Marissa thought the enemy took the heat.
mhm.
It was very fast.
And then I think I'm also going to, because I also have ammo case. I could just make this an ammo case shot. I don't think I'm going to because all these ones don't really matter. So it'd be a 20 to hit because I have +1 accuracy because of my power up.
No, the power up is for a save.
No, power up for the rest of the scene. You gain +1 accuracy on all attacks, checks, and saves.
Oh,
Yeah,
never
the
mind.
bolsters for saves and checks, but the power up affects everything.
Heard.
Invalid is currently bolstered. Okay.
So that's 5 damage, right?
Oh,
Yes.
I'm sorry. You're actually choosing to make that shot now.
Yes.
Alrighty. So 5 damage. It's against the Spectre, I assume, there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking at an attack, which is against evasion. Wow, a 17 hits. Were you were bolster doesn't matter, but it's a 17 plus 3.
Yes.
Is that a super heavy weapon?
No.
No,
It's just
that's
a main
the
cannon.
Main cannon. Yeah.
All right.
If it's a
Are you
17
doing
plus 3, doesn't that make it a 20 and a crit?
It's not
Does
plus
it?
3.
Do you?
Yeah, it's the +3 for
Because you have
the
+1
yeah.
accuracy on all
Oh,
attacks.
sorry,
Yes.
it's bolster, not lock on. So bolster does
Right.
not affect.
No, but you.
Oh, you
use
do
your
have
power
accuracy
up.
from the protocol.
Yeah.
yeah. It does have
So-
accuracy because of the protocol.
So it is a 20, so you
It-
can re-roll and take the highest of the second.
Oh, I could take-
Absolutely.
I'll roll a d6 +2 again and
Yeah.
take the higher
And
of the
then-
two.
Yep.
Cool. I'll do that. 6 damage. Haha.
All right. Now I'm going
We're
to
dead.
be a jerk. One moment here. That works. All right. You shoot your assault cannon. It looks like it's heading straight for it, straight on, and at the last minute, for some reason, it just decides to veer up into the sky and explode completely harmlessly
Which
directly above them.
Which they will still take 3 damage because it's
It's a
reliable.
barrage, actually. Even on a miss, they take 3 damage. Yep, because of
Yep,
your
reliable works for me for that. So the fallen embers of the nearly harmlessly exploded missile fall onto the Spectre anyways, which is not what they wanted to be. And yes, I think that worked. Do.
Oh, actually, so it's not a protocol to spin up my cannon. To spin up my cannon, it's a quick action. To stop it spinning is a protocol.
Okay.
There you go.
So
If that's the case, then that
You
shot
still-
didn't go off.
you still would have had.
So it's
the
still
action,
spinning.
right?
Yeah, so I still would have had the quick action.
Yeah,
spin
now
it
you're just
up.
out of action.
Spin it up.
Now
not
it is out.
You're just out of actions instead
Yeah.
of having an action left after this. Okay.
Right.
Cool.
Got it. Cannon confuse.
But now it stays spun up.
Yeah, it's still
Yeah.
spinning. Do I take
so you
heat every time?
Yeah. Unless you
Every
stop
time you
it.
use it while it's spun up. It doesn't
I'm
take one
looking.
heat. I believe it doesn't take 1 heat to spin up. It takes 1 heat to fire while it's spun up. But while Zen investigates, I think that's the end of your turn.
Oh, yeah.
Unless
yeah,
you're
that's
overcharging.
it.
You could overcharge and shoot it again.
No.
But that's a lot of heat.
Yeah, I already have. I'm 2 heat down already, so.
All right, so it takes the 3 damage, and then I think it is my go.
Mhm.
Beautiful. Save changes.
What build is the assault cannon from, or is it just a
No, it's from the Drake.
Yeah.
Drake? Gotcha.
Can I even use protocols when I brace? I'm gonna put brace in here.
You know
So
what?
it's-
Okay.
It's 1 heat when you use it. It does the spinning does not generate heat. It's just
Okay,
1
so
heat
it
every
could just
time you
stay
use the damn
spinning.
thing.
Got
Yep.
it.
All right.
That's cool.
You hear a quiet bit of fuzzing over your radios. As 1, 2. The mech that you cannot see because it is much too far away for it to be seen. There is just fuzzing in your radios, and that is all you can hear. If there were less mechs on the field, you might be able to, hear thunderous footfalls coming closer. But there's not, so enjoy.
Oh, so there's not a hard mission timer. There's a doom clock, a hidden doom clock. That's my interpretation of what that is.
That's when the hammer boy gets in range. That's what the timer is.
Yeah.
All right. That is a very boring turn, I believe. Oh.
Yeah,
Interesting.
it does not tell me I'm slow. Where did you find that?
It's in the thing. While
spinning?
spinning, it gains reliable 3, but becomes slowed. But you become slowed. You can end this effect as a protocol. It's like in the description of the assault cannon.
I see it.
Okay, good. That makes sense.
Just-
I was wondering, why would you ever not have it spinning? Then, and that
Yeah.
makes sense. There's a downside.
And slow just means you can't boost. You can still use regular movement as normal, but you have
Yeah.
no extra sources of movement.
Got it.
So
Okay.
you can't boost or make any special moves granted by talents, systems, or weapons.
Yeah, you only back
Got
to your
it.
ordinary movement when you're slowed.
Cool. All right.
All right,
believe it's
So
my
that is
turn.
my turn. On to Evil Kevin's.
Yep. I'm also going to do the magic fuel booster. I jammed the Gatorade bottle into the compartment and inject whatever
And
the
the
blue
mix.
goop is.
Your evil goop, is that what it is?
I don't know. It's whatever the fuel injector is. I'm assuming it's manual because that's sillier. That you have to like slam something down in your cockpit for it.
I think it is different for each mech pilot, but they have kind of tailored it to their.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to not move specifically not move, but instead boost. Because then I can use my jump jets.
Yep.
Yep.
To get right behind you.
You're in between two hexes right now, I think.
One up, and you're good to go.
Okay.
The hex token above is
Yeah, I
the
did
wrong
it
direction of hex.
I did it based on the last Lancer game we did, and that's
Good
they were
point.
like they were like crooked. Just like, oh, I'll do it like this. I can remake it. It's fine.
Don't worry about it. I have no idea if these hexes across all 5 battle maps are even remotely the same for each.
I'm glad I used a circle. And then
I just
you
went
use a border.
transparent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably the best thing.
What's the range on a tech attack? It's your sensor, right?
Sensors,
10?
which I think should be
Sensors
10
and
for
line of
us.
sight.
Most tech stuff is line of sight. It'll say.
Mm.
The ruler is just like a little bit off, is what's annoying.
I know I use the ruler and count like 1, 2, 3, 4. Like
Yeah, the ruler isn't.
Yeah.
Don't look at the ruler for measurement. It's not meant to be to scale.
No, but it says it counts squares, and the squares are like a
The
little bit off,
Roll20
but
has.
close and.
This isn't the
No, I know,
Roll20
but
grid.
it's just-
This is just the
Yeah.
map grid.
I know,
He's
but
within
these
10.
squares. Yeah, he's within 10, but this one's not. This one's at 11. That guy's at 11. That guy's at 5.
no, this
but
guy's
they-
at 10.
I see him at exactly 10. 1, 2.
Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Yeah.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yep, I see him at 10
Oh.
as well.
Cool. Do I want to shoot him?
He is not behind
he on a
cover because
bolt?
that's a drop.
He's on like a boulder.
He's on a boulder. That's,
that's
a,
a
drop,
drop.
so he's not behind any kind of cover.
He is
on height
standing
3.
on 8-3,
Yeah.
apparently.
He's
But if you
right
didn't know
up,
that,
huge target just standing there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now, initiative question while we're figuring out who's going to get shot. Because there's more enemies than us, do they have to cycle through before they can go
they
again?
all go
Like,
at the end of the round.
oh,
Correct.
that's
Wonderful.
gross.
Luckily,
Yeah, I
there's
forgot
only
about
one
how-
mortar guy.
I'd like to go
I for-
later in the next round because it looks like, well, because I braced, all attacks against me have +1 difficulty until the end of my next turn. So the later I can make that turn, the more attacks against me will have difficulty.
They're not
Um,
clustered. My issue is none of them are clustered enough to use a grenade.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yeah, I was gonna on my next turn shoot this guy, and then mortar the guy that we have been circled to kill. 'Cause I'm pretty
That
sure
is
he's in the
what
range.
from what I remember about those guys, they are mobility support. We do not want them to
I
have
could-
mobility support.
I can target this hex,
That
and I'm
would
sure
hit
he's
all
on an
three.
H3.
Oh,
I think he's behind some H4 actually. I think he's
Yeah. What is this guy? What height is this guy on?
I think he's on H2. If Marissa's okay to move him to check.
what are we looking at?
The
The-
Mirage.
this
I think he's
guy.
called a Mirage.
The
What-
thing that you absolutely cannot see is on H3. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure.
Okay, yeah, it's H3.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Cool. All right.
but
So I think I'm
also
going.
with that mech, I think is size 1/2. So they're like
Oh, they're
hit.
tiny.
They're tiny.
Okay.
Hence why they can actually hide in a 1 height difference.
Fully hide
Mhm.
instead of just cover.
Yeah. So I did my free boost. Now I'm going to quick action shoot gun at Whip Boy.
At the Spectre, alright.
Cha!
Alright.
You should have a accuracy, right? Because you used your power up?
You're right, I did.
Yeah, if you want to roll a d6. Though it can't crit, and I think a 13 hits, so...
Alright. So what were you shooting with? You were shooting with a nice rifle there.
A veil
So
rifle.
you lower your rifle, you take aim, you see it in your sights. The bullet goes right towards it and over its shoulder, and you just don't know why. Miss.
Oh, but I have soft cover because
You now
shot
have
through
soft
me.
cover, yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's weird. You see it go through your cockpit.
My
Like,
God!
it should be right on line, and it just somehow, like, moves his arm and goes through between the arm and the body.
Fucking mirror image, man.
Is he phasing like in Stars Without Number,
I
where I
don't
gotta
know.
hit the right
I think
phase
it's like mirror
level?
image in D&D because the first roll was a D6, this roll was a D4.
We'll see. I do not know what this is to what's going on anymore. I thought it was this guy who was causing it that I wanted to kill, but I'm not sure.
Alright, well, that was not fun. Instead, now I'm going to quick tech attack, that guy. Beep boop.
Alright.
My character sheet, there it is. Tech attack. I rolled a 16. Plus 3. 19.
Alright, 19. For some reason, I feel like that's going to hit. That's against
Cool.
E defense. So what is your tech attack? What does it do? What does it look like?
It's Shrike code.
Oh, brutal.
So
Ooh.
we're doing the first one.
They take 2 heat
So,
each time they attack, or the
whenever
first
they
time?
attack.
First, yeah.
They
Yeah,
take
until the end of their
Alright.
next turn, they take 2 heat every time they attack. The person who's standing there watching us seems like a good target for that.
He's reading on top of the rock.
Yeah,
He's
I think it just looks
waiting.
like I shoot the gun again, and it's just a needle that like jams into the top of the mech, and it
just does an
sparks
access
ominously. It just
Nice.
sparks ominously. That's about it. Tech attack with a gun.
Alright. And that's the end of the turn?
Oh, I can move.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
so they're
thought you
ordinary
could, which is
movement.
why I was checking.
I'm gonna move there.
Okay.
That wall between me and the people I shot at.
Yep.
Alright. Well, unfortunately, your wall doesn't do too much. Let me check
Line of
some
sight?
math.
Line of sight is going to be tricky, but cover will be helpful. It should grant you soft cover.
Yeah, I have soft cover from people.
There's the rock and then me.
Okay, so I have... if I'm remembering correctly, height going up takes extra movement, going down does not. So, this assassin moves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That's so fast.
And then
Oh yeah, that's their thing, is they're the, like, super agile, not stealthy assassin.
with a powerful kick into the air, it just jumps a ridiculous amount and lands right here.
Cool.
And it
I have
lands-
Overwatch.
Characters take damage when they fall 3 or more spaces, is how it works, unless they
They
have a special thing.
all they leave.
Okay.
Yes.
He
How
comes
far
within
is
my
your
threat
threat range?
range. I have a shotgun in my other hand, so it's 3.
If they come into your threat range, it doesn't do anything unless you have a special thing. For Overwatch and this, it's when they start any type of movement when they're already in your threat range.
So he moved to
Which-
here,
Unless you have
and then
like
he
level
jumped.
3 of a certain talent that makes it.
Okay.
Yeah. I
mean,
could
these are
have
the-
definitely avoided that by jumping from here.
No, the
Depends on
cover
what
works
you guys...
against you in this argument now. If you're
All
going
right, that's
for
fair.
when he
That's
jumped
fair.
up the hill, the cover. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he is going to land right next to the two of you, and despite the really, really slender frame, it's odd because when he hits the ground, it feels like he is impacted. You guys are going to make an agility save to
Was that an
try not to
attack?
be knocked down.
Yeah. The jump kick is an attack.
Good question. It is a quick action. It is not stated as an attack.
I have stable structure, so I gain +1 accuracy on saves to avoid prone or knockback.
Absolutely.
You also have +2 accuracy.
I also have
it
+2
does.
accuracy
with
from
the
the other
was-
next
things.
save, yep.
So you
Yeah.
have +3 accuracy against this. Yep.
And you said it was a what save?
It is an agility save.
Agility, cool, by
Hmm.
0.
You don't have bolster that ends at your turn at the end of your turn that you had it.
Oh, I still get the 1 at least.
I didn't know Bolster had a time limit. Okay.
Yeah, bolster until the end of their next turn is the trigger on bolster. So once your turn
actually-
elapses, it's gone.
You actually have 1 Indigo because of our core system. For the rest of
Oh.
the scene, you gain +1 attack on all attacks, checks, and saves. So I have
Sick.
2.
So
That is
12.
why the 66 dice roll is the
I
best feature of this
have-
character
Yep.
sheet. So
Yeah.
if you forget, it's like, it's
So a
there!
12 and a 16.
I have 20. No, I have 20 because I have an additional +1 from the core system.
You don't add them together.
so it's
You
not an
take the
addition,
it's
highest.
the
If you have multiple
highest.
d6, you keep the highest.
Got it.
Oh.
Okay, so 16.
In that case, still, both of you are shaken, but neither of you fall over for this attack.
Which is good. His
Or
prone
not
is
attack, it's
really
not an
Not an
attack.
attack.
action.
We cleared that up.
Yep. And then we are going to, actually attack, and we're going to attack. Okay, we've got a spitting boombox, and we've got someone who just hit you with a dart. Yeah, assassins know the worries of darts. I'm hitting the person who is with a dart with an attack. They come
rival.
at you with the great sword there, or with the electric sword there. They're
What kind of assassin
swinging.
has a great sword?
Yeah.
A good one. Think how good of a stealthy assassin you are if your sword weighs 12 pounds.
Fair.
And they doesn't matter. They are going to hit you. They just stab right into basically your arm shoulder area, and with a fuzzing, they take, or they're going to deal 4 damage to you. However, they just did an attack and they were invaded for that, so they find that their heat sword is heating up a significant more. The hand that's holding it is actually growing a little bit red as they take some heat
So
damage.
they're at 4 heat from me.
They're at being the extra
Yeah, because 2 heat from just invading. So there's 2
Perfect.
heat plus 2 heat each time.
4
they
heat.
attack.
That is correct. Yep,
And I took how much damage?
4.
4
So-
damage, okay.
Zen and I can't see anything that's going on up there because it's too height above us. So we're just like, you guys doing okay down there? It's the gunfire and sword clashes.
Oh. Then we're going to have the next one go, which is
The
Come
other
on.
assassin or the other specter.
What are you idiots doing up there?
Yeah, it's pretty bad. This is a hold down up
just-
here.
I'm just screaming because I've been stabbed. I'm not used to the haptic feedback vest.
I think we got an FNG on our hands here.
Why is
right.
it so burning when it stabs me?
You get used to it.
That's not as interesting. Come on, my speed. I picked options. Ah, that'll do it. Actually... Okay. The thing behind the hill flickers into sort of semi-visibility for those of you standing up on the hill. If you were looking over there at the thing with a kill box around it, you can see it a little bit more clearly now. It has a lovely description that you are going to get. The smaller mech is a mirage. It explains part of some of that off feeling you've been getting about some of the other mechs on the field. You could say that the Mirage looks like horse if you cut off the horse's neck and instead attach the T-Rex arms to the stump. It's about the size of a horse, so much smaller than your mechs. Though, like the Spectre, until now it was really hard to get a bead on. In this case, due to kind of the chaff-like sparkles that were following it floating around the air. Instead, as those chaff-like sparkles kind of dissipate, they suddenly come and settle on this guy, who is now, for some reason, much more difficult to see despite the fact that you are standing directly next to them. Well, let me just check to make sure I haven't done something horrible and that was this loud. Yes, I think I'm fine with that. Mirage is going to move slightly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And how does it move?
Thank you. I'm gonna go like a wildcat. It's on 4 hats. The legs are digigrade, so they're not horse legs. So it kind of jump almost with its movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Headless horse.
Just
with
to be clear,
T-Rex
from what I
arms.
remember about these guys, they can teleport as they move, which means they
yeah.
can ignore the climbing thing.
Good point. I'm still happy with leaving her where she is right
trotting
now.
along very happily.
Yeah.
So is there a person, like, in the horse?
No, there's a horse in the horse mech, obviously.
Yeah.
No, there's one person
It
in
is
the
here
front of
for
the
the
horse
cops.
back and one person in the back of the horse.
I mean, that would be a really good gimmick if you're like a mounted knight mech and there's a horse inside a horse mech.
Yeah, that's true.
Very funny. For like the
Just
face
piloted
shield
by a
to
horse brain. Like,
No,
it's
no,
an
no,
AI.
full on horse, because I want the face shield to split at like a cinematic moment. There's just a horse head in there. And there's just a
Godfather.
readout that says, "Give me apples."
Hello,
And
I would
she's
like
going
apples.
to
Horse to
attack
speech.
with a tech attack the boombox over there.
Can she see me? Because she's at height 2 and I'm behind a height
She's
3.
at height 4.
Is that height 4 right there?
Yeah,
Yep.
she went on top of the thing since. Yep.
Does my soft cover do anything?
It's
Not
a
for
tech
tech
attack.
attacks.
I don't think so.
Cool.
Not against the internet.
Not against the internet.
Why these things have Wi-Fi in them, I'll never fucking know. But
Why are they not
I
all
think they
just like?
use Wi-Fi to aim too. That's the thing.
Why can't we
All
just
right,
air
That's why
gap the
invisible
mech?
is just like firewall. That's what invisibility is.
Visibly, I think that just a few sparkles that had landed on her front over there just kind of migrate over to you and start circling you a little bit. On a success, you take 2 heat, and all attacks you make until the end of your next turn are going to treat their targets as having soft cover.
I think all your social media profiles now keep getting bot friend requests.
it's
It's
a Russian horse.
so they're attacking my E defense, right?
They're attacking your E defense. They hit.
Mm-hmm.
As those sparkles just kind of settle onto your mech. It's a very sparkly book box now.
So I take 2 heat, you said?
2 heat.
Got it.
Yeah, every
Because-
time you get invaded, it's 2 heat.
Yep. I think that is good to go. You notice that the rest of the mechs that are on the field don't seem to be inclined to move or do anything, actually. They're standing there, stock still,
Menacingly.
doing nothing. And with that, I think this is a great break time because I need to figure out what next things and try and make combat go faster. Because Lancer.
Welcome to Lancer. 1 combat, 2 sessions.
The problem I have is that as soon as I could come up with like a game plan for my turn, but all of the moves that every single actor on the board makes are also drastic.
Destroys the game plan.
That like my game plan goes out the window as soon as it's time to like use it.
Yep, I have some ideas. But
I'm gonna
we'll be
stab
back in a
that
few
guy.
minutes.
I have 2
The
knives
melee guys are
and he has
dangerous.
2 faces. And you go,
This guy is the only one we've successfully hit so far, I think. No, you hit this
Yeah, I
guy
did.
with some heat stuff, but like in terms of damage,
I dealt 3 damage to him.
and
But-
Indigo dealt 2.
Oh,
no,
right.
no, the 3 was by default because your gun
Yeah.
can't do less than 3. Mine did nothing because magic.
You're right.
Because mirror image.
Shit, is that smart? Hang on. I might have fucked up.
Did you have a smart weapon?
I fucked up. Autopod. It's seeking. As a reaction, I fire it whenever someone hits, and I cause damage.
Oh.
Unfortunately, I don't think we've successfully actually hit them yet, because all our hits has been turned into misses.
That is correct. Okay, break time. I will reread everything over break, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah,
I
read
think it's
an
going
entire
well so
book.
far.
I feel like we're losing, but you said
That's
you're
how it's
losing until
supposed
you
to.
win.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
This game is all about dramatic relief. It's that tension,
Yes.
tension, and then it finally breaks, and you're either dead or you survive. One of the two.
Excellent.
Yep.
Okay, we are back with part 2 of episode 1 of what we're calling
Turn 2.
Balancertech. Yep, turn 2
Turn 2.
of fight
Because
1.
the hardest thing to do is to balance these fights.
No, Lancer fights are gonna take multiple. Like, even if we know what we're doing, I think a fight will take a full 4-hour session, maybe 6.
We'll see if we get through this one.
It's so brutal.
Can I go first? Because it's our
Anyhow,
turn, right?
whoever went last gets to pick,
It
so...
was Indigo,
Yeah.
I believe.
Indigo. Who goes
I
next?
really want to stab him in the face.
You can choose
You can
yourself. It's the start of a new round. And then you get to choose again next, because you went last.
Ooh, It's true. If you want to stab this dude in the face, you can. I'm just saying
Yeah.
I could do some stuff too.
I would like to stab that guy in the face, please.
Right, it is your turn. Tell me what you're doing.
All right. Quick action. What is the What's it called?
The thing right next to you? Assassin.
Skirmish.
Mm.
Okay, that's a single attack. So if you choose that action, you won't be able to make any other attacks. If you want to attack multiple times, you could barrage.
Unless I have 2 knives on the same mount, in which case I'll be stabbing him in the face twice.
Yes.
That's still with a single skirmish, yes. Are you going to be doing something else with your second action, I think is the question.
Not attack.
are you-
Not attack, then you're
Okay.
good. Okay, cool.
In which case, quick attack to
Knife
attack
1,
it. Yep.
12.
12.
All right. And give me a knife
accuracy.
2 as well.
25.
Knife 2 is 25.
Oh wait. Oh, your segmented knife has overkill. Damn.
Alrighty. How nice am I?
Why do they all have magic powers? What is this D4?
We'll find out at
Where
some
is
point.
this? Yeah. Okay. Our poor friend, the assassin, is missed by the, or is it missed by the first tactical knife? Yes, is missed by the first tactical knife that just swings wide.
12
Those
misses?
sparkles are just so distracting. You
Heard.
can't. It's really hard to get a bead. Your eye keeps wandering off. The second one, however, does stab right into. Where would you like your knife to hit?
Face.
Stabs directly into the assassin's face. At which point, you find that they are suddenly not there anymore.
We successfully damaged them, and then it turns out they were never there to begin with, even though they successfully took the damage.
Yes.
Perfect.
I'm so deeply confused.
Wait, what?
They
I'm
stabbed
confused.
me, and I
It's a
stabbed them
reaction
back.
teleport. Only technically, it's not a teleport. It's your sensors were fooled all along kind of teleport.
Mm-hmm.
Does that count as a move?
Nope. Teleport does not trigger attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry. Let
They're
me
there
actually
now?
say
take
that
the
they took that
damage?
damage. I need to. Yes, they did take the damage. They took 4 energy damage there.
Cool.
I'd say you should re-roll, but your crit is already at the highest roll, so don't bother.
Nice.
Okay. That's your first action. Second one, go ahead.
Second action, I'm still trying to kill the assassin. I am now going to tech attack them with my other quick action. For 8.
That might hit
8.
still.
All right.
Maybe.
8 is. All right. I'm revealing things to the tables because I don't know. What do ties do?
Ties hit.
Ties
It's like
hit.
AC, right?
Yep. Ties are a success.
Yep.
In which case, your tech attack, is that the same thing as the little dart going out again?
Oh, this time it's through the knife that's still in his face.
The thing just flares up and suddenly sparks start coming off this thing.
This
All
time
right.
it's the one that grants me soft cover from them, because they seem real stabby.
Okay, so you have
melee
soft
attacks
cover on
ignore
them.
cover.
Are you dealing any heat or anything? Please explain what is happening.
So it's invade is the tech action, and then
Thank
you get to, which does 2 heat. Like invade
Perfect.
standard does
Oh.
2 heat, plus one of the invade effects.
As a heads up,
Alrighty.
melee attacks ignore cover. So if the term says cover, not difficulty, it won't matter to them.
Heard. This is a sword boy, so we're doing the same one as last time, which is the 2 heat every time they attack.
So they're at
All
6
right.
total right now.
Unless they took some by themselves. I have given them 6 heat. Just tell me when they melt.
Yeah, we'll
Tell
know
me
when
when they
know when they
go
get exposed and start
Chernobyl.
taking double damage.
Alrighty, and that would be my go. How best do I deal with this
Yes.
situation? The answer is one of these 2 things. Oh wait, no, you still have a movement if you choose to use it.
I move over
A
here.
movement and a boost, because...
I don't even know where to boost. I don't have enough movement to boost all the way over there, so it's really not worth it. Yeah, I'm just really running around the rock to get out of direct line of sight of some of these people. And then end of my turn, because I have special knife powers, my knife comes back.
It just pulls itself out of its face slowly and just comes flying back to your hand felt first.
Teleport
Beautiful.
knives.
Yep, it's knife juggler talent.
That's some juggling, I approve.
I like to imagine that where your knives are held are just 3D printers, so it just
I was
3D prints you a new knife.
I thought it was a cord, because they only have a limited range.
I love the 3D printer idea, though.
That's very funny, but I think just a cord. It's just on a string.
Perfect.
Oh, you don't... Oh wait, no, I did roll that. We're all good. ...
Is he dead?
Then. Oh no, he's not dead.
Oh. Okay.
Sorry, he is not melted. We are deciding how to deal with this quickly, as much as I can do quick. And we are going to do some... Yes. I think it's time to swap here. Oh, was that line of sight? Nope, no line of sight needed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so our Mirage is going next. First, I guess. And the
Mirage is
Mirage,
the horse?
Mm-hmm.
yep, the little horsey,
Okay.
is going to suddenly tell you that things are not where you thought they were, which is a very surprising thing. I'm sure you didn't expect that.
The Trojan
1,
horse,
2,
you might
3,
say.
4, 5. In fact, you two are in melee with a Spectre. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The assassin is much further than you thought it was.
This doesn't rectify with things that have happened, though.
Zen, I braced, which means I only have a quick action in my turn. Do you want to go next?
I still have actions, thank you very much.
The horse has more things.
Yes, the horse is going to actually do that tech attack again. It's going to send some more sparkles at Boombox.
Conquest. This is Conquest.
Conquest?
Yeah, of the Horseman of the Apocalypse. Yeah, this one, I'm choosing this one as Conquest. I think
This is
fits.
Pestilence because they're fucking with me.
I see it.
All right.
sparkles are low.
What is your E defense there?
8.
All right. So another trail of sparkles. Actually, no. The sparkles that are already on you start multiplying.
Cool.
You're starting to get covered in a
Glitter
sparkly
bomb.
cloak. So you still take 2 heat, and all attacks against until the end of your turn have self-cover, which means I completely redid that effect, and I probably should have just, done a normal thing, but good enough. Do I want them moving? Let's do that roll. That roll doesn't matter. Good, and...
You try to charge the horse? You try to charge the horse?
1, 2, 3, 4. You know what? The horse is happy going away again. Thank you.
Back to the
I
designated kill
think
zone?
it is, at least. Reaction. Neither of those require line of sight.
I've asked for air support, but none are coming for some reason.
The Super Destroyer's out of range.
Yep, I'm... Oh, that one is line of sight. The horror. You're still good to go. I stand by my choice.
Okay.
Alright, it's my choice, so whoever has the best ability to injure the Spectre.
Indigo, you...
Not me.
Indigo. Zen, you said you have a plan? I will barely be acting this.
I honestly, no, I don't really have a plan. I'm not built for any of this. None of
Can
this.
you injure the
If you
injure the
move
Spectre?
next to me, you and I will take half damage from it.
Yeah, that is the goal. But I other than that, I really don't have much. I'm just putting that out there. I mean, I can.
But
If I move, he's going to Overwatch.
And he'll probably go next. Which means...
Ballad, can you injure the Spectre?
I could.
No, the problem is, can you take out the Spectre? Because the Spectre's going to do structural damage to one of us on the next turn. It's going to happen.
I can move to here. Actually, I could shotgun it and cannon it.
You can drop down if you need to, because...
I don't need to.
Okay. Well...
Because then I could... Oh, I can't boost, though, if I'm spinning.
Yeah.
I
could do minimum 4 damage.
If you hit, there's some shenanigans about that. What we want is for none of us to be alone.
Yeah, so honestly, if someone could slot in between us...
Using the buddy system.
Yeah, if you can move to there, then we'll be okay.
I could not, but I could push you away, Zen.
It has range 3. That won't help on its melee attacks.
It's
How
stupid
damaged
plasma
is
whip.
this guy?
This guy is the one who took 3 damage before, I think. I think only 3. So
Not very.
minorly. I think they're glass cannons. Unfortunately, still tough to actually damage them.
I could try and just kill it.
Does that seem like a plan? Unless someone has a better plan of action, that feels like the best one.
I'm checking.
Yeah, I'm checking as well. I
can't use protocols even when I
Wait a
start.
minute.
That's
Wait a
the
minute.
thing.
Whoa. Let me go.
Okay.
Heard.
Okay.
Rambler's up next.
All
The
right.
Ramblin' Man.
First action. Tech attack, horror system upgrade. I can move this motherfucker 5 spaces.
Yes.
Can you move him into the missiles that are in the air?
I'm pretty sure that it states that they are smart enough not to attack allies.
Oh.
I mean, we won't know
I
that.
think
but
I'll
you can
double
try.
check that.
All
I
right,
mean,
so if in
They
order for
might
this
not
to work, I
attack him,
have to
but
tech
you could
attack.
throw him into him.
Yeah, let's start by actually making the tech attack and seeing if that works.
Yeah. So I've got a +2 on this.
Now these guys are always
start,
invisible.
+1 accuracy.
That's the thing we would know because all conditions are always known to all players.
So yes, I keep trying to describe that. The Spectre and the
you just
Assassin are
actually
both
put a
invisible.
marker on them saying they're invisible with the.
How?
Click the
Okay.
token.
Never mind. I'm doing so.
Click at the top left. Click Set Status. You'll see a big menu that pops up.
Beautiful, got it.
Click one of them should be General. Click that one and then click Invisible.
So can I even target this thing?
Yes.
Invisible can still be targeted.
Yes.
What it means is there's a 50% chance of attacks missing. I'm checking if that accounts for tech attacks or if it's just range and melee.
Yes, please do check
Well-
that. And
And
well,
it means they
in the
can- and it
meantime, I'll
means,
try and
like
figure
with
out
the
how to
infiltrator, they can hide anywhere. I think the infiltrator. All attacks, regardless of type, have a 50% chance of auto missing. Even tech
All right.
attacks.
In that case, I need to do a full tech.
That's a good idea.
Because that means I can
Do it
quick
twice.
action some other tech thing as well if this hits. All right. I have the +1 accuracy, just making sure I got all my boxes checked here, sorry.
This definitely means that they are invisible. I don't even think you can see that.
It
Mm,
didn't pop up for me. Let me apply it to mine. Set status. Is the API not working on this game? Maybe.
Okay, the power button is the API is not working. The power button that is
Oh.
now here means that they are invisible.
Okay.
As I
Cool.
move everything out of the
Gotcha.
way.
You can shrink my
You know,
token.
it's just hiding.
I can't shrink my token. Only the GMs can change sizes of anything. So if you want
Yep.
to, you can shrink my token. Sure. That's more than I
Itty bitty.
intended, but sure.
It's fine. It works. We all know what happens.
All right, tech attack. Oh, why didn't it roll the accuracy? That's weird. Or did it? No, I fucking rolled a 1.
Yeah, it did roll.
It did roll an accuracy. It was just an absolutely terrible
2.
roll.
Yeah.
You
all
rolled
right, well,
2.
here's the thing. I can do it again.
Yep. You did the full you declared full text.
We
So.
got
Aha.
27. So D2
Now
will
we
call
check
one
to
a miss
see if
to a hit.
Sure.
I'm going to say that did indeed hit, yes.
Okay, well, she already said it. She already said
Oh,
it.
sorry. What did you say? I've been rolling the D2s for lows are misses. But
Did you make a roll to hit or miss, Marissa?
no, give me 2 seconds and I'll make that roll.
Indigo. Zen just did.
In which case it was a miss. Sorry.
He's invisible, but then right in front of you.
Yep.
It's just really, really hard for your sensors. Not necessarily your eyes, though that'll also be a problem for some reason because this game is interesting, but your sensors, yeah.
I don't care. Overcharge.
All right.
Overcharge, hack again.
Yep.
You can also initiative to hack again.
So many
Initiative?
hacking.
Initiative is
that's
a
right.
once per
Oh,
scene
yeah.
action if you need to.
Yeah.
I would overcharge first though. That's less limited.
And the easiest way to do overcharge is click your token and click the fourth one, overcharge up top, because then it does all the stuff for you.
Was it more than just increasing the overcharge?
No, that's basically
This
it.
w-
It also adds.
This
it
won't work
adds
without the
one feature.
API, though, will it?
Click it and find out.
'Cause
It
that-
might just be because I.
Yeah,
because I
it
wasn't
doesn't
using
do a damn thing.
Oh.
Okay, we'll fix that for next time.
All right.
But I'll do some checking.
Luckily,
in the background.
I have CompCon up, so I can overcharge there, and it'll tell me all the things it does.
Thank you.
Boom.
Yeah, should an overcharge just increase the overcharge bar?
And-
Yes, which
Here we go. When I copied
then
the
you
game,
get
it didn't
heat.
copy any of the scripts.
Ah.
There is. I
Yeah,
told it to
it
copy.
does. It doesn't do that.
I had no
Yeah.
idea. That feels like a
We
thing it
will-
should do.
put those
No,
in.
it does
in the
that because the most common thing you're going to copy a game because of is the scripts killing your game.
Interesting.
Fair.
Okay,
So
so
you take one heat.
overcharging. Yes, I take a heat to 3. Tech attack. God, are you serious? Does it only roll 1s and 20s? What the hell?
Like-
Roll 20.
I don't think it.
That's the same roll as last time.
That's the
A
same
1 and a
roll.
2.
Try again.
Try
I
again, but
want
the
it.
next one doesn't count.
It's
Yeah,
just
Okay,
luck.
roll to 16.
Okay, it's rolling. So
Yeah.
It's just
That's
ultimate
crazy.
swinginess.
So
just
here's the
really
question,
doesn't
though:
like
if you
it.
overcharge, do you get a full action
No,
or
it's
just
a
one
quick action.
No, it's a quick action. Sorry.
All right.
But you could initiative if you want to try it again.
Yep. Now it actually
That's
rolled.
still a 12. The one is the
Give
red
me a
line
moment.
is a D6 one.
Oh, the one
No,
is a
that's
D6.
what I
Yeah.
meant. It hits.
It took 4 attempts, but we
So
finally
much
hit it.
hacking. I
Jesus.
just imagine the very extended scene of just back and forth of you in the mech, like lean back with
Yeah.
the keyboard,
It's-
and then flipping to the other mech, which is doing nothing, just sitting there, not being affected,
Alright.
and then back to the high tension keyboard.
Now I gotta read a thing. So puppet system. So it's gonna take 2 heat because it
Okay.
was invaded. Maximum speed. What's its speed?
Its speed is something that you don't know, but
Oh, I do because it's moving its maximum.
it is moving 4. Let's go with that.
Okay. Then it's off the map.
That's helpful. Where would you like it? Off the map.
If only that
That
was
way.
instantly dead like Battletech. We'll get to
1,
that.
2, 3,
I forgot about
4.
that Battletech.
To be clear, off the map doesn't actually exist.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure
I
Is
will-
what
Battletech,
is-
if you get knocked off the map, you
it
instantly
is
die.
1 off the map further, but
Mhm.
I will keep it as there.
Yeah, because it can't move through us. That's really the only way it can move.
So it's 1 square
Um,
off the map. It would need to actually move 1 square to get here. I will remember that.
Okay.
I see
Okay,
we're gonna
so
go
that
next
is-
to Spencer now.
That is all my actions. That's all
You
I
have
can
your
fucking
regular
do.
movement.
That's true. I do.
And your free boost.
Yeah, your free
Mhm,
boost.
mhm.
Okay.
Please don't.
So it's my turn?
Nope.
After Zen's done using his 2 different movement
Oh.
options.
Yes, he's got movement and a boost. Yeah, never mind.
2. I'm gonna boost. 1, 2, 3. I can get there.
I'm dead.
A little bit.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's right. I need to be next to you, don't I?
hmm
Like, you can't use your own shield without a friend?
No, I just that those
No, they
things
do extra damage.
do
to,
double
if you're
damage.
alone.
Brace, so he
if
can
you're
only do a
next-
quick action on his turn is the problem.
Yeah, I won't. And that thing, I assume Marissa might make it go next and just run back to me and murder me.
What? I
No,
would
your wife would never do that.
No, not as revenge for different things
Listen,
I've done to her.
These are still active, correct?
Yeah.
Yes, they are. They're active
Okay.
until the end of the Rainmaker's turn.
Okay.
Such a long lead time with the way this initiative system works.
Yeah, it's
Put the
flexible
Rainmaker
initiative.
first, leave them up for what is basically 2 whole rounds of
Mhm.
death.
Well, that's what I'm doing right now. Because I brace until the end of my next turn, it's harder to hit me. So I'm just going to go last.
All right, so that's as far away from this thing as I can get. It is
Is one more.
not
off.
within range of hitting me, so yeah, okay.
Would that be my go then?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wow. As I frantically, what is the move that heals you?
Stabilize.
Yeah.
Stabilize. Full turn. You still get movement.
You do get movement, but that's
Yep,
basically
it's not a
it.
protocol.
Oh, you either clear all heat and expose, or restore all HP and cost 1 repair.
Yeah, which NPCs don't typically have repair, so they usually don't self-heal, but they can clear heat.
Mhm.
1, 2, 3,
And load
4,
weapons, something like
5.
that.
What's your movement? All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Our assassin is moving over here and clearing their heat with a stabilize.
Lame.
I know.
You're supposed to melt.
No, they'd rather not melt, actually. These things, all NPC mechs almost, are very glass cannony.
And
Which
we
is why
can't
it feels
move
like you're
through
losing.
ally mechs.
Save changes.
Yeah, once we even take down one of these guys, we're going to have an easier time. Unless the
And that is
non-moving
that
mechs
turn.
jump into the fray.
Can I
That
go
means
next?
that Zen, take your next.
Choose who goes next, yeah.
Probably me, because Spence, you want to go last.
I do.
All right, yeah, go for it.
Okay. Just again for clarity's sake, is this guy height 4 now?
He is back down to height 3.
Hiding behind
He's
the
like
height
height
4.
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hiding behind the height 4. Okay. Then this is height 2.
And given
How-
that he is half size, you can peek your eyes over at him, but you can't really
You
see
don't.
him.
Yeah, we
Right.
don't really have line of
you
sight.
don't
but
have line of
an
sight.
arcing weapon with you're talking about your
Yeah.
mortar.
You know
I
there's
have
a
an
horse
arc-
back there, but you
I have
can't
an
really
arcing
see
weapon. But I also have an ammo case, which means I can give my arcing weapon knockback.
Ooh, that won't do.
Nice.
I don't think there's damage from knocking back into walls unless you take a.
Sadly, not into.
Pallets
We're not
and-
playing Into the Breach,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so I wish. It's a good game.
That's a good game. I think that's the first game I got all the achievements on. They might not
Nice.
be the same. Let's see. Man, I could. This is height 4, so I could knock.
I have a
These guys
recommendation if you
off.
want one.
Yes, please.
Because of the invisibility of this guy, reliable weapons are the best way to kill them.
Okay. If I shoot him with my reliable gun, then I have no more heat left.
That's overheat then.
Overheating isn't a huge deal for PCs. They don't automatically get exposed like NPCs do. You could stabilize after that if you want to.
Stabilize is full turn, but yeah.
I
Yeah.
know. If you used an overcharge or initiative, you could use your cannon and then stabilize.
Speaking of stabilize, as this guy, the assassin up north, hid behind the trees, I kind of imagined him just sitting down on his haunches, just arms in front of him, just curled up in the fetal position for a moment.
Oh, okay.
He'll
Not
get back to
meditating.
life.
This is the panic assassin who's like, I almost died. I can't believe I did that.
Oh
It's so
god.
hot in here.
I think I'm going to move. I could see him from here, right?
Yeah.
Show
peeking
me one more
around
time.
it.
I move from this spot to this spot.
And you're asking about this guy?
This guy.
You're behind H3. You're on H2. You can see over that.
Yeah, you can see
Yeah, I
over
would
it.
say that. Yes, you can. Remember,
Okay.
he is one spot further off the map.
Right.
If range matters.
I don't think at this point, as long as he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he's within range of my cannon.
I'm pretty sure
1,
official
2.
answer rules are no, you can't go off the edge map. Sorry, but you're stopped right there. But
This is 1 hex and it's force movement. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I think I will full attack barrage.
Okay.
So the cannon goes into him. Let's see, assault cannon. Ugh.
Ooh.
Reliable 3.
7.
Yeah,
All
if a
of
7
your
doesn't hit,
pellets-
reliable 3.
So all of your attack damage pretty much goes directly into the boulder in front of you because apparently you started shooting way too soon after your movement
Mhm.
without aiming first.
Mhm.
But in part of those ricochets of the boulder somehow managed to hit the specter. So yeah, I think he takes that
3
damage regardless of
damage.
invisible, as far as I can tell.
Yeah, just
Um,
and then we're gonna do something a little crazy, I think. I'm going to drop a mortar for my second attack. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Drop a mortar here to try to hit both of these guys.
okay, 1 second here. I'm just. Oh, dread it! I don't need to close that. I'm sure you're attacking someone. Tell me who and how, and we're good to go.
This
So you
space
were dropping it
between
in
the assault
between
and the rainmaker.
In between the assault and the rainmaker. Drop a
assault and the
mortar here.
rainmaker. Absolutely sounds good. Make your attack, and we'll see what happens.
Okay.
For an AoE, you make an
so-
attack roll against each of the people individually.
Okay.
They are on a hill on H4, so you actually, I think, have direct line of sight with them. They don't have cover against you. in any
They have
way.
light cover 'cause of the
Everything has
thing.
soft cover against
Oh.
him.
Okay, so make an attack roll, but that'll be it, I think, with that cover. Does
Mhm.
your mortar is it inaccurate in any way?
It is inaccurate.
So it'll be 2 dice then of,
So,
of
yep.
negative penalties. Again, take the
Okay.
highest. They don't add together. So as long as you roll like a 16, you can't miss even.
That's actually 1 dice of negative because there's a
because of that,
accuracy
yeah. So
cancel.
that's a 10.
10.
So it's a 10 against the rainmakers, or why
Do
is
I
it?
roll twice?
Where did the accuracy come from?
Jordan has accuracy on everything from the boost.
Oh yes, of
I
course.
think I'm the only one who hasn't used it.
And
I
yes,
probably
roll
won't.
twice for the second one.
Okay. And then we'll say that was for the rainmaker, and then this is for the other guy.
Okay.
12.
All right. So as your mortar shoots
those-
towards the
do any of those
rainmaker, what
hit?
does it actually look like?
I think they both hit, I suspect.
Do they both hit?
The average starting evasion for most enemies and player characters is 8.
Because I'm going to use an ammo case to do Thumper, which will give it knockback 1.
Okay. Why does?
Do you have 2 mortars?
I have 1.
You could only use it for 1 of the barrage. You don't attack with the same weapon mount twice. It has to be 2
yeah.
weapon mounts.
No, I have an assault cannon and a mortar.
He's using.
Okay, because
Yes.
I saw mortar. That's why I was.
It's 1 attack per person in the AoE for the mortar. You make
Yeah.
a different attack roll.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep, it's
Okay, so
it's the same with 4th edition D&D.
what does it look like as it impacts the ground between both of them?
There is a little like robot hand goes to drop a mortar from like it picks out a little pouch and it's got like a special colored like mortar shell and it drops that in and it goes pook and it just arcs and then lands and it's a big explosion and it'll knock if it hits this guy this
Great.
way, off of the H4 down to H2
Okay.
and then this guy that way.
All right. So the rainmaker who was kind of settled close to the ground staggers backward and takes a couple of steps that way. and takes how much damage now? 5?
The first one was 7.
Yeah,
7.
and
All right.
it's weird for this. It's same damage, different attack rolls is how the AoEs here work.
Okay,
Ooh.
so it's 7 damage for both.
Yeah.
In
Cool.
which case, forget that.
Reactions come into play.
Brace.
Yeah, they can brace too, I
Um,
guess. Let me check. I never thought about that, but
You know what? It impacts. There is a humongous explosion, and as the debris from the explosion clears, they're just standing there. It's fine. There's no issues.
Are they fake?
the
just a magic horse.
Mirage is evil.
It's just
Give
a
me a-
magic horse.
Yeah.
Um,
We're gonna
Just
start
to
a like
be- actually,
string
do one
board
thing first
with
there.
the horse at the middle.
Make a system save, please.
Oh, okay. System save.
+1
what-
accuracy.
What is that?
It's a saving
It's-
throw, so it's just next.
Oh,
to
Yeah,
system. I
it's-
see. I see.
Yep.
Yeah. With 24.
Never mind. We attempt to do that. You expect to see it, and then, as nothing happens, actually, the Rainmaker has sustained some damage and stutters back a step. I think.
Mhm. And then
Just the Rainmaker,
same
or the
thing.
assault
The assault also gets hit.
for 7.
For
and he
some
gets knocked
reason, it's
that
just
way.
standing there,
Yeah, it's a hologram.
completely untouched.
It's a
Doesn't
hologram.
look
Yeah, I
any
do think
different.
new campaign goal: figure out who made the magic horse robot, and
Kill them.
we just burned down the
we'll ice
regular
cream
house.
parlor them. I'm gonna make that a
Yeah.
vote now.
Little ice cream parlor there.
The regular house we're gonna burn down. Whoever designed the magic horse spot.
Yep.
Oh wait, the attacker makes a system save,
Yeah.
which is you. On a failure, that happens. Okay,
Yep,
so we are
all
all chill.
Cool.
Yep.
The horse has too
That's
many
all,
powers.
Barrage. You moved. Anything else you're doing?
Nope. That's all I can do because I can't take the boost because I'm spinning.
Okay. Right, and you're slow too. Lovely.
So I just moved here to get cover from this guy.
I have a bad feeling about this. I think you're gonna
Yeah.
get hit. You're
I'm
gonna
probably
get.
gonna get hit.
You can continue your movement if you want to.
You know
Wait.
what? I will.
You're slowed, so how much movement you have?
You only move one
I have
space,
4,
so you have the
so I only
remaining
move
of your
1,
regular
and then I could go.
So if you're slowed, you've got one more space. Because it's half movement.
Slowed isn't
everything
half
is
movement.
muted, it's
Slowed
terrain.
is you can't.
I
boost.
can't boost.
Oh, you are correct. I am wrong.
Yeah, different. Other systems that's true, but
I mean, I don't want to go next to you, the Rainmaker, so I think I'll just drop down to like there. I'll just go boop, boop. Like that's where I live now.
okay.
All right.
It's your funeral.
You want to be next to us. if
Or
we
in
drop
Yeah,
out.
you do. Yeah, you want to be next to the blue guy.
The blue guy. I go next to the blue man. Fuck the mortar.
It wasn't that much damage compared to the 10.
Actually, I think now since I pushed him, he'd have to move to.
Also, if I remember right,
He would have to move closer.
If I remember right, that ability might have to recharge.
Which he can do.
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Question for the table. Can we climb straight up height 2 stuff?
I think we've been arguing
At half
yes at
speed.
half speed.
Okay.
So Indigo, it's been nice knowing you.
Yep, I might be dead.
2,
Um,
3, 4.
You can always brace yourself if you want to.
I can.
6.
I also have
Okay.
a decent.
I can indeed. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boost.
Wait.
Keep in mind the
So-
extra one space that they were off the map by.
That's fair.
So he moved 1. Did he go
One
this
to
way or
get-
this way?
One to get to the space he's in.
2, 3,
Okay.
4,
Uh huh.
5,
Overwatch.
6,
Oh, because he
7,
started a new movement?
8.
He
Yep.
started. He started his movement within
Yeah.
the threat range of my shotgun,
What-
so I will shotgun him.
Did he? Okay.
Yep. Make your Overwatch.
And then also hope that the invisibility
I have plus
15.
1, but yes,
Okay.
So 15.
Roll that D2.
to hit. Oh yeah,
It hits.
cool. I'm going to also. Can I use my ammo case? Oh,
why
once
am I
per turn.
continually rolling.
Turn
Stop
is
rolling.
fine. Turn is is not round.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can
Once-
use your ammo
yeah.
case.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to use.
Do shock.
Do
Thumper to
shock?
knockback.
Or yeah, I
Yeah.
could thumper to knock him back one.
No, but I guess you already passed the invisibility thing. Anyway, shock is 1 damage regardless of hit or miss.
Shock is
with
1
my
damage to
Oh.
those
shock.
next to him. Shock is not 1 extra damage. Shock
Yeah.
is damage to others.
Then
Never mind.
I will thumper him. So when he starts his move like here, he gets knocked back to here.
Yeah, which
Okay.
probably won't matter, but you know.
Probably won't, but
It might.
not substantially.
I'm going to stand here and wait till that hit goes through. So Thumper, you have used.
Yep.
yes.
How much damage did you deal?
4. I
Did
think.
it roll
Yeah,
it?
it would be
4.
4 damage.
And what does it look like when you kill this guy?
Yes. He comes around. He comes around the side of the rock, and like my main cannon is facing this way. And as he comes around the rock, my shotgun just comes from under. It goes, gotcha, and then pew, and shotguns him as I knock over my fan.
Okay.
Beautiful. This
That
guy
means it's
is
my turn.
dead. I suppose so. As wait, has only Yep, somebody else's turn.
Yep,
His
it
mech
is.
stays on the field. He fades into visibility, and now it's just a sad-looking, two-legged mech with a cloak covering his body in death.
Yep.
Next.
He's maidenless.
Yeah, the cloak becomes a veil, a like funeral veil.
Point of order.
Shroud. That's the word.
Does anything eject out as the mech dies?
No.
More glitter.
Overwatch.
Overwatch.
Overwatch
No,
the mech pilot.
I didn't know if a pilot ejected. That's
It's a very, very fair question. Nope. These pilots are going down with their mechs because NPC pilots are a nightmare to deal with, and I don't want you
For
having.
the glory of the
So
GM, they will
happens-
die in their mechs.
I
They're-
have
they're
this
run by an
invade
AI.
thing that lets me lock them in so they can't eject, and I'm trying to figure out what the fuck the point is.
Interesting, but
Yeah,
yes,
Yeah,
very
because-
strange.
Because on my NPC creating thing, it's like, they don't bother making a pilot. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's the level 2 hacker thing. It gives you a thing that makes it so they can't dismount the mech at all.
I think if it's a matter of you had like a memorable, this is an enemy that's actually a
Mm,
real
I can lock him
NPC
in
that
and
might
kill
be
him. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably what it's for. Or PvP, one of the two.
Or PvP.
Yeah, like I don't like you.
You're getting locked in.
Because it does say
You think about what you did.
the rules do state I can invade allied characters. That is a thing.
I don't
you
know
can
what
do.
happened. I don't know what happened to Johnson. He just never came out of his mech when we took off.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It was weird.
He did say I could have his boots, though.
He just changes his will to make me his sole inheritor. I don't know what happened.
Yep. He said he had no family, and
Go down.
not-
he just
yeah.
kind of
he
stayed.
disowned the rest of his family just to give me whatever he had.
Especially in combination with your forced movement one. So yeah, no. You lock him in.
them in and throw them off a cliff.
Well, yeah, forced march off a cliff.
Brutal.
He just jumped off.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Obviously, he should have adjusted his medication before coming into the battlefield. I don't know.
Don't worry, his clone will take over.
All right,
But
so
yes,
we've got
that is our
got
next
a
player's.
quick action from the defender.
Yep. I only have a quick action on my turn. I can't even take free actions or overcharge or anything like that. So I'm gonna just skirmish with my assault rifle against the assassin. I'm just barely in range.
Through a bush?
Through a bush, I miss. Reliable 2. I do 2 damage anyways. Hopefully.
Nice.
I don't think there's any point in rolling invisibility for reliable.
Not when I miss
There's
any.
We've been playing it that it does not matter, so.
So reliable is on a miss.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
invisible
Invisibility
comes up
makes it a
bad,
miss.
it is a miss.
Reliable is meant to be a soft
Yeah,
counter to
that makes sense.
invisibility. There's a couple other more harder counters to it in the game, but reliable is the most reliable counter to it.
Uh-huh.
It's also
Thank
the
you.
most reliable
intended.
counter to armor. It's the most reliable counter to
No, armor counter's reliable
evasion.
because armor.
Oh,
Arm
sorry, evasion.
to evasion, yes.
Like high evasion mechs. It's the armor piercing is the hard counter
To armor, yes.
To armor.
Goes to quickly check if either of the mechs that she's been fighting that have taken damage actually have armor. Okay, good.
Also,
No,
do any of you cause saves on attacks? Like anybody have that on their mech?
No.
No.
Nope.
That's another useless invade I have then. Cool.
Well, you can switch out next level.
Anything else
Oh, it's part of
for?
the
Nope, that's my entire
hacker
turn. I
thing.
only take a single quick action. I don't even get ordinary movement either.
Then the fuzz comes back with like quiet words coming through the fuzz, but not discernible ones as the
Sims.
This is my favorite song.
dishwasher moves up a step.
It's Simlish.
And it goes back to it's my turn again?
Yep.
Or all your
You get
turn
the
now.
Rainmaker
Yeah.
still. I think
Rainmaker.
the horse is already gone. If I remember correctly.
You are correct. Rainmaker got two things.
Here's the
right
missiles.
here. Hang
I'm
on.
gonna guess these fuckers aren't real because they
Yes,
haven't.
no, I don't. They're
moved.
not real. I think they're just stationary holograms, unless they're phase 2, and they were just
Doesn't the
sleeping.
Rainmaker have
I'm-
recharge?
My
Nope, the
first
Rainmaker.
thought was
oh,
that
it
it was
does.
an AI controlling them. That's the other reason I asked if a pilot ejected. And it could only control a certain amount.
Mm,
Well, if it was an AI, they would have been hit by the knockback from the mortar.
yeah,
So it would have been a physical mech then.
I think it's a hologram.
So it probably just recharged its ability that we didn't want it to have, didn't it?
Probably. Stupid horse.
If it's recharged
No,
5+, it means on a 6 it recharged. On a 6, anything it recharges recharged.
Alrighty. Rainmaker is going to do a barrage here. We are
Cool.
launching first the Hades missiles on you guys.
That's the AoE with the save.
That's the AoE. So the same thing as before, as many missiles as you can see coming down into the air, just landing wherever it is on top of you.
What's the range on
Please
that?
make an agility save. 20.
Damn.
You counted like that's not 15, but nope, it's 20, so
I'm
you're
plus
fine.
3 too, which is agility is my main save, but
Okay, agility.
I didn't activate my thing.
I get one. Go on.
Sorry. Checking a thing.
Now does this
Continue,
knock?
please.
Does this knock back at all?
No, I believe it's damage and heat. 4 damage to heat
Cool.
if
Yes.
It's hitting
fail.
here with the Hades?
No, it's
It
hitting
is
all 3
hitting
of us, I think. It's
Essentially right here.
Oh, then which
But it is
direction?
a-
Because the Hades
Oh,
is
sorry.
a
Cone.
cone.
It is a cone AoE. So I guess that would be, in this case, here, because cone would be 1, 2, 3.
So is it hitting me?
Yes. You 3. Yep, like that.
yeah,
Oh, it's doing that.
and it has the range to
Uh,
do it too.
Yeah, it's got, what, 20?
Yeah, 20
probably.
range.
Yeah.
That's
I
an
don't
insane
save.
number. I think it's
Artillery.
Yeah.
It's literally artillery. So yeah.
It is the long range artillery for sure.
Okay, so this is an agility save.
Yeah. I rolled a 7.
Cool. I love roll 20 so much.
Okay, 4
So,
damage, 2 heat.
This time, your dancing is not on point. Yes, it's 4 to energy damage and 2 heat to each of you.
What happens if I can't take any more heat?
That's called
You-
overheating.
We don't have a macro to
The
auto
extra
handle
heat
it this
is
time.
going to roll over, and bad things are going to happen.
Okay, define roll over.
your heat goes
Just
back
like
to 0,
structure.
and then
Okay.
up
No.
the amount that you
Yeah.
couldn't take.
Okay,
Exactly.
so I take 2 heat.
Yep. Then
And
And
four
this
damage.
is actually
on a
caused
table.
with overheat.
Yep. Can you roll a d6? In this case, it'll just be 1d6 because it'll be
Does
an
the
increasing
structure-
number of
Six.
d6. That's actually the best option. High is
That's
good.
yeah, that's good.
You become
You're-
impaired until the end of your next turn, which is just a penalty to everything you do for 1 turn.
Okay, I was gonna shut down next turn anyway. So
Yeah. At
then,
worst, you can't. This can't happen on the first time you overheat. If you roll multiple ones on your different d6s, you suffer a reactor meltdown, and your mech will explode in 1 turn.
Yep.
irreversible
Doesn't that-
meltdown. I see it.
Doesn't that increase your core stress too when you
Your
roll
core
your heat?
stress goes up by 1 because that is basically your heat,
Okay.
health bar, your real heat
And then-
health bar.
And then it was 4 normal damage from the missile.
Yes.
Yes.
Got it.
4
What's your
energy
heat
damage.
at now? Is it just
2.
4? 2? Okay.
Yeah, because I was out of heat, and then as soon as I took any heat, I went over.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Anyhow, the second part of that attack is
On
I
Rambler
did-
again? Or
I did say I was going to barrage here. So
Mhm.
we are also going to, again, after the flak of the 50 million little missiles, again, 3 larger missiles are going to shoot, and they are going to attack 3 characters, which one of them will arc off and start landing on this. We are hitting Boombox because Boombox hit me. And the bracing one hasn't been doing much of anything, so I am going to hit them then. In that order.
I have 2 health left. I'm so glad I wasn't targeted.
how do you only have 2 health?
Because I have a basic 13 damage. I took my skill roll at the beginning dealt me 2 damage. And I took, it's been adding up. I'm gonna stabilize next turn.
Stabilization.
Sorry, I had the wrong thing open. Javelin rockets, I think? No, missile pods. There we go. And I need to do 3, and I will do it in the order of what I said. So, direct hit on our clone friend there. I'm sorry, I'm not good with names. That would
It's
be
evil
4
Kevin.
damage to you.
Now we still have some cover. Arcing ignores
Yeah,
line
this
of
is-
sight, but we'll have bonuses from cover.
And you are knocked back 1 to right here.
Mhm.
So
Oh,
The
hang on.
second
right,
one.
hang on.
Indigo has no cover against it.
Hang on. This happens at the start of your turn. It doesn't happen now. If we force movement people away from these, they don't get hit.
How do you mean?
So these are javelin rockets, correct?
These are missile pods.
These are the ordinary attack it's doing.
Oh, just ordinary missile pods.
Yep.
Okay.
The second one. Why am I seeing?
So I'm knocked back
You
1.
are knocked back 1, and you take.
Are you
how much
knocked back
damage?
1 here or 1 here?
I think that's up to Marissa.
1 here because why not?
Okay.
And then we are going to the second one. Why did I see 2
You
accuracy?
said
Am I
4
on the wrong?
damage.
I don't remember it having 2 accuracy, but I obviously am not going to look it up.
Okay, I don't see it in the effect. I'm going to trust my level of effect putting in here. I'm going to say that it does not hit our boombox. And the last person we were attacking was Zen. Zen, what is your AC? Not AC.
Evasion?
Yeah, that one.
9.
That missile crashes right on into, I'd say, just the general torso of your mech there. Full hit, 4 explosive damage.
Okay, so
This is including. The
And it knocks you
2d6 of
away
cover?
right here.
Or that'll be
2d6 of cover?
It'll be 1d6 because you're not adjacent to the source of cover. So it'll be 1d6 for Zen, 2d6 for Indigo. No, Indigo's up there. 2d6 for Jordan.
Yeah. Jordan, it absolutely did not hit.
Okay.
1d6 of cover here. Yeah, there's no cover on that one.
No, if there's hard cover, I guess it's on H4, but
Yeah, it's on H4. I don't think there's cover in this case. If it was
Okay.
right next to it, I'd go with yes, but no.
Okay.
So that is 4 damage there. And
Cool.
then it is going to.
The missile guy is a problem.
The missile guy is
So
the most
is-
damage, but it's
Skitter here.
usually spread out damage. So I'm
just
still
saying, we-
more worried about the assassin overall now.
For
single
some
target
reason,
damage.
the other things on the field decide
Don't
to
move.
just sit there.
Yep.
It's really confusing why they would choose to do that.
They shimmer.
Yep, exactly.
The idle
and with
animation
that-
is getting to loop.
And with that being the case, I will figure out how to delete the
Yeah,
little
those are gone.
X's because they are gone. And it is into the next round. Your turn.
Okay. I went last, so I will
Nope,
nominate
nope,
myself
nope.
to go next, unless someone really wants to. But I have an idea.
I'm just gonna.
I'm just stabilizing because I have 1 HP.
I'm
I am-
also gonna stabilize.
Also stabilizing, but I'm also going to do other stuff.
Oh, it's an amazing idea. Everyone's stabilizing.
I'm going to move here.
Oh, can you move and stabilize?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
still get, it's
Yes.
a full action. You still get your regular.
Oh.
Still get your move and you still get your boost from your thing.
And
Yeah.
these things are gone, right? These little
Yes.
missiles.
Oh,
I
wait,
am trying desperately to delete them. It's hard.
hold on. Before I do that,
Don't
actually,
worry.
I have protocols to enact. So, I am going to use my Type 3 projected shield against the assassin. So, all ranged or melee attacks that they make against me or I make against them have +2 difficulty until the start of my next turn. I gain 1 heat from doing that. So, I have, please, let's just make peace for a turn, shield on against them. And at the start of my turn... Oh no, that happens when other people start their turn. Then I'll deal with that then. Cool. Okay, that's my only protocol. I'm going to move 5, which is going to be up to here. I'm going to overcharge, taking another heat, in order to use my Enclave Pattern Support Shield, which is going to create a, how many feet, hold on, how many feet is 3 hexes in this? 2, 3, 13 feet, cool, let's make a 13 feet radius aura around me. Anyone attacking into it, melee or ranged, will have a penalty if they're outside of it.
To be clear, this height 1 forest can be stood in.
Yes, that's soft cover.
Yes.
I'll shrink that slightly, it's mostly good.
I cannot see it.
It's not visible to anyone but you.
I cannot make it visible to anyone.
Visible to me.
Marissa,
Can I make it visible?
yes, if you click
Yeah, you
the
gotta
dots
double
next
click
to
it and make it visible to the players. I think there's like a 3-dot button
Yep.
next to it or something.
Dynamic
Either
lighting.
way,
Got it.
It's 3 hexes away from phalanx.
I think.
I might just draw a circle because I'm immobilized during it anyways.
Yeah.
Now, here's a question about that because I was looking that up. So immobilize is a condition?
Immobilized is a condition,
Cool.
and I'm
Stabilizing does not clear it because you cannot clear conditions you gave yourself.
not planning.
No,
to.
but if I stabilize next to him, can I clear it off of him?
Nope.
Ooh, because this has to be someone they gave themselves. There we go. I drew a circle. I'll remove the line of sight.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There we go. So if you're
interestingly-
within there, you will have anyone shooting into that circle. It's a bubble. So if someone's already in it, it won't affect you. But if someone's
Is it
outside-
shooting or melee?
Both. So if you're like standing, I'm gonna move myself slightly. If I'm standing there, and another person's meleeing me from here, they will have penalties, even though it's melee, because it's not cover. It's just flat difficulty.
All right.
So if the guy runs in,
Then he's fine.
that doesn't. Then
But
he's
it's
fine.
it's
But
gonna
if
help against the
he's
rainmaker.
attacking through. Yeah, that's kind of what we need it for.
So future teamwork option, my puppet master, if you're willing to take the 2 heat, I can move you with that.
Even though I'm immobilized,
Indeed, sir. Involuntary movements are unaffected.
I like that.
That's fucking teamwork.
All right, so immobilized. I choose these things. So I I have a fair amount of heat. I need to. I'm spending repair to fix my HP. That's more urgent. Clear condition on your self-rendition ally. Yep, the quick cheat sheet version doesn't affect things. I wish I had a chance to use my super awesome loading weapon before I did this. I didn't. That's fine. So I just don't choose to make a second choice. I just clear. I go back up to full HP. I spend 1 repair, and I'm good. That is my turn.
Okay. Where is Ah, 10. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Who have I been targeting with that? Ah, you, but I already did that to you. Alrighty. I wouldn't have... We are going to continue slowly moving up the stairs as you hear massive thump, 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 and briefly seeing like a head peek out from above the wall as that is jumping to see you but can't really see you over top
You get
of
the
wall.
like I think it was like the 60s the original Godzilla movie roar playing on speakers from the mech as it's comes over.
Yeah, that like high pitched one.
Yeah. It's on the way.
Yes.
From what I know of
It
it,
is
don't get into melee.
indeed on the way. And very quickly, I'm sure it will move supremely fast.
I was thinking it's like the Colossal Titan in Attack on Titan, which I've never seen, just peeking over the wall.
Colossal Titan is surprisingly fast. It is
That
human speed for its size.
will make it the next player's go.
I actually can do a thing.
I would like to not die.
Okay, you go. You go.
Okay, Zen, you're next.
All right, I'm just gonna move up here next
Right
to
to the
you.
bubble of safety.
Yep. And I'm going to stabilize and take my 5 heat.
You have a free boost if you want to move further forward. You can move into the soft cover, which will stack with the bubble, by the way.
Yeah, but I kind of want to keep this hard cover between me and whatever the fuck is on that hill.
From what I know
Also-
of it, I think it's melee only, but the horse might maybe be able to speed it up, which it hasn't done yet.
The horse might be able to teleport it right into our faces, so...
Yeah.
I do think the move is to somehow hook around the destroyer
I want
and
to kill the
not
horse, then we don't
engage
have to
it.
worry about it. If we kill the horse, we're fine.
No, we need the horse to deploy the destroyer, kill the horse, then go back around, just kite the destroyer to the escape hatch.
Hopefully. It might have a Reinhardt charge. I don't know.
I could deal with that.
Already used initiative.
I have,
just have the free boost.
Covering fire attack, and because of my talent of Heavy Gunner 2, if you successfully hit your covering fire target with the attack reaction granted by that talent, your target is immobilized till the end of their next turn.
Nice. Which reminds
So
me,
if you
I
Reinhardt
am
take it.
immobilized.
Yep. All right, I am ending my turn there. I feel like that's about as wise as I can get.
So Marissa's turn.
Yep.
Thank you. Let's start with this. Nope. Okay. We have cleared heat, have we? There's other people who haven't. You know what? Let's work with the Rainmaker while we still have Rainmaker. I'll take that recharge into the Rainmaker one instead of the one I thought I was doing. We are going to do a Okay, we are dropping. Wait, do I even have that left? Yes, I do. Okay, so we're dropping 3 more missiles, just hovering in the air. They are going to hover right here, here, and here.
Damn it.
And then we are going to shoot with the general cannon, and we're doing a shot at the 2 who are outside of that cover sphere, so here and here, and at Zen again.
How do we get to Zen? Confused.
I don't need line of sight.
Yeah,
It's
she is a
pretty
ranging
quick.
weapon and can hit
I
3D.
hate the stupid
Rainmaker?
Rainmaker.
It just keeps throwing
how-
pebbles at us. It's not.
How big is its sensor range? Because I've hidden and been behind this thing the entire time. It doesn't know I'm here.
Everyone on the map always knows where everyone on the map are. That's a hard rule of this game. Even
That is garbage.
even invisible and hidden, they can't do anything to you, but they'll still know where you are.
Fair enough.
And vice versa, luckily.
Okay. 3. All right. So in the order of the people I'm moused over, Indigo. What is your agility there?
My evasion is
Or evasion? Yes.
9.
The rocket, this time not even bothering to be hidden in a chaff of Hades missiles, hits you. I'm gonna go with a headshot in this case, sending you reeling a bit.
What's the damage?
Damages you for 4 damage.
Would like to bolster
Race, you mean?
Brace.
that whatever the I don't die one is, please, thank you.
And it knocks you back 1 more space.
Cool.
There we go. To the next one I moused over, those beautiful, pretty sparkles are apparently distracting to missiles as well. It does not hit you. That being said, you still take 2 damage as it hits the rocks in front of you and splatters
Not
chips
reliable.
It says reliable and can hit 3 people per turn.
Damn it.
It's just, the thing that gets me about it is it just sucks the action economy into the Rainmaker zone. Like, that's...
And for Zen's mech, no matter what sort of dancing or evading you do, that missile is locked on
But it gets
tight.
2
It hits you for 4
difficulty.
damage.
Even with
And
the
knocks you back into that missile. I like that idea.
So
Two-
even
it's-
with the plus difficulty
even with the 2d6
from the
difficulty,
shield?
Actually,
Plus 2
it'd be 3
difficulty?
dice
Yes,
difficulty,
absolutely.
actually, because one for the shield, 2
Absolutely, it still
okay.
hits.
Probably rolled a 20.
Okay.
Yeah. So it hits you for 4 damage, hits you into the javelin missile, which then comes streaking
Does force
down.
movement trigger those or no?
I'm officially
You're
on
in
the
the-
hate this game wagon because I haven't done a goddamn thing this entire time.
If it helps, I'm gonna actually use a reaction to grant you resistance to the 4 damage. Because you're in
So
the
4
shield.
damage is going to take, and then 5 damage from the missile.
So instead of 9 damage, you take 7.
Cool.
And this missile is now gone.
Stupid. I'm
Cool.
The Rainmaker is going to back up. It's sensing the enmity.
Yeah.
Why?
It's your go.
Hold on. I think I have a plan.
I thought we just had to kill the horse. I thought that was the challenge.
I can't hit the Rainmaker with my mortar, but I can make sure this guy doesn't come in.
So many of them. I understand half of them are fakes, but it doesn't matter.
I think we're
I-
doing
is
well,
it-
in all honesty.
Zen chooses who goes next
Yep.
between me and Indigo.
Go ahead.
All right.
I'm not doing
Jordan.
much.
I will move up here for 2.
Before you go, I'm going to do a thing
Uh-huh.
as the start of your turn, but I wanted to check what your plan was.
I'm gonna move up here. So 1, 2, 3, 4 to take a shot at this guy with my cannon, and also use my other quick action of covering fire.
Perfect.
So if he tries to move
at
in,
the
I
start
will
of your
shoot
turn, I'm giving you a leadership die, and as I point at the assassin through the trees and say, "He's on his last legs. Kill him." So, you now have a leadership die. You can use it to either gain +1 accuracy on an action that follows my order, or reduce an instance of damage taken by 1d6, or deal +1 +1d6 damage once you've already hit someone.
Ooh, okay.
So I will. Yes, that works. Asking what his plan
I was
is
actually already-
to then tell him to
I just-
do his plan is a little too metagamey for my preferences.
I just want to check he
but-
wasn't about to stabilize. That's why I was.
Yeah, I
wondering.
did. I thought about it, and then I realized, oh, my core is already overheating, so my
I
heat's
was
fine
already
again.
planning to point out the assassin. That is what I was already.
In
planning.
which case, you're still all good. Just heads up for future.
So I'm going there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm still spinning this whole time.
Yep.
My barrel's just been spinning.
Yep.
Have you been taking the heat? I assume.
No, the heat doesn't.
The heat is each
heat
time you
happens when I
let
use
it
that,
shoot.
with it.
Yeah.
Once
Got
which I
it.
have been doing.
I'm gonna metagame a little bit because it's my main mode of attack. If you lock
Oh, yeah.
on and consume that to kill this thing or to hit this thing, I can add damage.
Ooh.
I
Does that-
definitely have no problem with
Yeah,
teamwork in that
that's
way. It's
teamwork.
mostly
Does
a
that
matter
work
of direct.
Even if I miss and deal my 3 reliable damage, does that damage?
Hang on.
Does it say on a hit?
Thomas assaults.
mine is on
Character
hit.
attacks a target within. Actually, it just says attacks a target within range 15 of you and consumes lock on.
Oh, so you don't
Okay.
even need to hit, even if it's not reliable.
Cool.
So I make your attacks reliable if you lock on.
I will lock on as my first thing.
So that's 2 instances
Quick
of
action.
accuracy then.
Lock on and then fire. So I take 1 heat for shooting it. Pew.
Do you want to add the d6 damage? It's up to you. It's your die. It's your choice as to how to spend it.
Yes.
So
I
far
don't know
you're
how
at
much stealth
7.
this thing can have.
It's going to be +1d6 for mine, and then plus however much do you
Three kinetic
Flat
from
3.
me from my. Yep.
Okay, so that is 9 total damage.
Please make a system save.
Also, you crit. You could re-roll all of that.
What do I have to do anything to do that?
Oh wait, actually,
you roll
before
the
you
21,
make that
so you
system
get to crit
save,
automatically.
it's invisible, so it doesn't hit,
assassin's
but you're
invisible?
reliable. Yes. The horse had transferred invisibility to the assassin a while back,
Oh, right.
Stupid horse.
so it doesn't hit.
But it
but
still
also-
does 3 damage.
It
So
does
there's reliable
the bonus.
plus mine.
Also,
Yeah.
make a system save.
Yeah.
Okay,
You
I
don't
add-
consume my die then. You only can consume it after you've successfully hit to deal extra damage.
Okay.
So you still have it to use later.
So I can use it on the save, right?
Any action that directly follows the order. I don't think you can use it on the save. But
Oh, okay. So system save, I get +1 because of my core system is active.
Mhm.
So that is 18.
Fine. You just do 3 damage.
I do
6.
7 damage. No, wait,
plus Zen's 3 damage, right?
3. Oh yeah, plus your 3 is 6 total.
So it is 6 total, even on miss there.
Yeah, because
of
I
Zen's
consume the
ability-
lock on.
Yes.
All right. Then, yeah, when it comes to the mechanics of specifics, I'm trusting you guys. Then they take
So-
6 damage. Though a lot
That's
of
my
it's caught
autonomous
by the...
assault.
And the autopod's 3 damage.
Yes.
So if they have
Nice.
armor, it would apply twice because 1 to that one to one to the other. But I don't think
Yeah.
they do.
So it is looking a little shaky as that machine gun of bullets comes flying through the trees. A lot of them hit the trees, so it's technically a miss.
It's just so much shrapnel.
Technically.
Yeah.
There is so much shrapnel that this poor thing that still hasn't moved out of its like fetal position is just
I'm just imagining they're just
getting
insisting
farted.
it missed them, even though they took so much
No.
damage.
It missed,
I'm invisible.
It missed,
No.
It missed.
I will look down at Rambler as my barrels are smoking, and I say, "You ain't got time to bleed."
Okay. Which of my two do I do at this
That's
point?
incredibly evil. It's actually spinning razor sharp discs fire out of Rambler and just pelt this thing.
Mm-hmm. Marissa, can I ask Indigo when he goes next if he will be stabilizing?
By the way,
Yes.
I have 1 hit point
Oh,
after
okay.
I've been shot
Yeah, you probably
repeatedly with
should.
missiles.
And you just move into
Oh,
that
you have 1
range
hit
and
point?
stabilize.
1, 2,
You no
3,
longer have 1
4,
hit point.
You have no hit points.
11, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, come on. Fine.
You have Schrodinger's hit point at this point.
Is Indigo
Don't open
alive
the
or dead?
box. Do not
And I
open the
had to-
box.
I had to brace to get to 1 hit point.
Oh.
Was that knockback he did what knocked him out of range?
Actually, yes.
Yes.
Love it when a
Let's
plan comes
go.
together.
All right. Well, if that's the case, then we're going to go for the other option here. Let's roll for the Mirage to see if she gets her thing back. That ain't looking like it. And that'll actually have her do something.
Stupid horse.
Stupid magic horse.
Mm-hmm.
It really is a magic
Oh!
horse.
I want a Mirage that has a cannon that is like a unicorn horn.
Teleport. And... nope, don't make that big. Okay. So the Mirage is... 1... How far are we from this? Doesn't matter. How far are we from you guys? That's what matters. You. That looks interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Fine. The Mirage teleports 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How much speed do they have? The Mirage teleports onto this boulder. And hits our ice cream parlor for a tech attack.
All right, I just did some checking and realized I'm at max heat. So, let's go.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah.
Boy, I could use some vanilla right now.
What's your E
The
defense?
sparkles fly over to you and engulf you impressively.
8.
Actually, I think they're flying over from your boombox friend, not from the Mirage itself. But it very, very much is messing with your sensors here. So please take 2 heat. All your attacks are soft cover here.
A 4 means... I become exposed, taking double damage until the status is cleared.
Ouch.
Interesting. And then the Mirage is going to use their second action there to make you realize that some of the people that you thought were right there just aren't. So, allies, just line of sight. You know what? The Rainmaker has actually been behind this wall the entire time.
Oh, good.
And-
It was not hard enough to hit.
Now it's behind literally the wall we need to get into next to the big stompy melee guy.
Mm-hmm.
And the assassin was significantly closer, still sitting in the fetal position on top of
Against
the
their will,
First-
apparently.
Against their will.
We're very clearly hiding behind that tree.
I mean, it wasn't a teleport. You just really didn't understand where they
I
were
can't tell if...
located.
Oh, they're above, aren't they? Not below. Okay, I don't have
Yeah, they're
Yeah, they
up
are above.
with me.
Okay.
Wait. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yes, I'm out of your 3 threat range. With
Dang
that
it!
being
I
the
thought
case,
you would.
with that being the case, I am ending. Does that mean I'm in your shield?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Cool.
Alright, I think that's my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4. Hello! I would like to stabilize.
You maybe want to. Can you move here just so you're like not?
Nope. I could be there.
Wait, you have a free boost. You could boost the behind there.
Screw.
Wait, where?
Yep.
Where? Yeah, sure.
I don't know line of sight of
Let
that
me-
either. Okay.
Would it be better if I was on top of the hill? Just
No, that's usually not a good idea.
if the Rainmaker doesn't care is the problem.
You would be outside of the shield theoretically, because that's only a 3 hex thing, and that's 3 above where the shield is being generated from. So,
All right,
Yeah.
fair. I'm there. And then I would like to stabilize. Beep boop. Pair 1. And then do I just get all of my hit points?
Yes.
you better repair him.
All your hit points come back. There is a good reason that I should be single targeting each of you, but there's also the reason that I'm not looking up your hit points and heat so that I don't metagame quite that much. Well, it's not really a matter of metagaming, it's going off of what I remember in this case.
All right. Well, there we go.
I assume the assassin goes now.
I'm
Yes,
assuming,
yes,
yeah,
the assassin
it's,
does indeed go now. It's been waiting. It's been thrust into combat. I mean, it was totally there the whole time. Definitely. It is going to do this. Oh, right. It's first going to see if it gets its sting back.
Please no.
No.
Good.
I don't even know what that thing is. I just don't like them having things.
No. Anything that
Yeah.
recharges sucks. Fuck off. No.
Yeah. They don't need it. Like they don't need it. It's an invisible ninja.
The Rainmaker, the Mirage, this guy, dragons with their breath weapons. They all suck.
They don't need them.
Oh, I totally could have hit you. That's depressing.
Oh well.
Oh no.
The horror. I'm very
Couldn't
upset.
have
by
murdered
this.
us faster.
I think we're doing fine.
It is going to do a thing that I definitely need to describe. It looks at the boombox and it goes with its like sword in the hand, so it's like holding its hand ridiculously far away in order to do that because the sword's still grafted on.
So it has to go like this. And then,
Doesn't
like,
stab itself in the face.
But the intention is clear. And as it does that, you know what? How much damage do I have? Yeah, it's coming at you.
Yeah.
And it is going to attempt to hit our boombox with
Please,
its laser
please.
sword.
please no stab.
Oh, it's stabbing with a laser sword.
Yep.
No stab.
The armor-piercing energy weapon sword.
Good thing I have no armor.
Okay, and
Multiple
may I ask
movies
what
have
your
been made about
thingamajigger
these
is?
laser swords.
What my what is again? Sorry.
Whatever
Evasion?
defense is normally.
Evasion.
Yeah,
8.
Then, as it pokes its sword at you, it brings down in a crushing blow on your right arm. Goes deep into it, right on top of the wound that it was before, sparking again. And you take 4 damage.
Oh, I will
Whew.
use the leadership die to roll a d6.
Take that
to-
much less damage, yeah.
Yes.
Good job killing it.
Aha!
And by killing it, I mean not dying against it.
He's on the ropes.
The power of leadership heals you.
The power of leadership makes me not get hurt.
All
Yeah,
right.
the
well,
sword
he
comes
had
down. You hear in your mech suit. Don't let that sword hit you, and then you don't.
Mhm. Dodge.
If you can dodge a sword, you can dodge a ball.
That doesn't matter. That does not matter.
Hey, Indigo,
Alright,
you want to stab this dude?
That's its turn.
I have
Yeah, I
an
want to stab
idea.
him.
Also.
We are impressively close to time. We're not getting through this combat in
But we
this time.
both-
Do we want to call it here?
Indigo really wants
I-
to stab, and I really want to do a thing against it too. I don't know.
If you guys want to keep going, I'm fine.
How
One
are
more
we-
round.
One round and that's it.
Okay.
No worries.
Mostly because I want to kill something.
Indigo, you went last,
understand.
right?
Indigo did go last.
So you get to decide who goes
Yeah.
next.
I can stab him.
I have a really big gun, and I'm immobile this turn, so the only thing I can shoot with it is the guy right above me, who is in line of sight.
That feels like a good choice.
Mm.
Okay. So,
Blow him up.
firstly, so I'm immobilized until the end of my turn. So I might as well use my start of my turn crack shot, stable my weapon. I'm immobilized until the start of my next turn, but get +1 accuracy against with all rifle gun weapons. So that
Pretty
means that +1 accuracy will negate the soft cover that everyone will have from attacks from me. Do I count as being engaged with it, given that it's 2 height above me? I'm guessing no.
I go with no, because you're still only a size 1 mech, aka its feet start where your head ends.
Yeah, okay. Perfect. So that is a flat 0 for this attack roll. I am going to use it. It is a super heavy weapon, so I'm going to use both my actions for this. And I am going to barrage to shoot this thing.
1 second here, actually.
Is your little shield thing still up or no?
Let me
No,
double check.
I'm not. So you did lock on first?
No, not yet. I haven't done anything else yet.
Sorry, what
That's
did
a
you
protocol
do? This
to steady aim.
I used
right.
my talent to steady aim.
Then you're all
Start of
good.
the
Oh,
turn.
talent.
Yes.
Then you're all chill.
That said, good idea. I'm going to use initiative to lock onto it.
Okay. Did you do this thing? Actually, I'm going to do this thing, which is going to make it so that you can't do. Hey,
This is our first time playing.
You have just locked on. That is an action. I have a reaction to an enemy acting, which I haven't used yet. Normal movement, to be clear, does count as an action. Lock on is
An
counting
action.
as an
Yeah, that's a quick
action.
text, technically, I think.
I am teleporting him 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Wait, does that count for the shotgun? Does
No,
that not
teleports
count?
don't
No.
count. So,
Teleport don't count.
so I line up my gun, and right as I'm about to fire, it just blinks and vanishes.
Oh, dang it, it didn't pop up on the mic. I did the pop noise.
Oh. Well, I didn't actually use my barrage, luckily. So I'm like, what? Oh, come on! I'm stuck here for a turn for 2 different versions of immobilize.
I wish I could throw you ammo that'll give your gun arcing.
I guess I'll just stabilize. I have some heat. I'm full health, but I have some heat I could clear. I was planning to stabilize next turn after I used my loading weapon, but
Now, when you
So
stabilize,
to
because
be
you
clear,
also
the lock-on still
the lock-on still
triggered.
happens.
so when you stabilize, when you have core stress, does that go down, or you have to like?
No,
No.
that's a
No.
long,
Got it.
a long repair.
Core
Right.
stress
Full
does
repair.
not.
Got it.
But I think
Yeah.
So-
Overcharge, core stress, structural damage are not affected by like the in-combat healing.
Okay, that's like longer like repairs.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's a full repair.
Got it.
That's one of the better parts about this system is that like multi-health bar, because it means that you can actually
Yes.
that's
fix yourself.
why it feels like we're
Which is
losing
why
when we're
you
not.
are much more tanky than not, because these things don't have, for the most part, multi-health pools, whereas you do. So it feels like you're losing hardcore, but in reality, these things go down way quicker than you do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
and you can sustain that
Unless you
damage.
roll poorly
Just
on the
left.
structural damage table, like I
Yeah.
did in our last.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still exposed, so I need to clear that. And if I choose to clear all heat, I also automatically clear exposed. So I'm stabilizing.
true.
So I clear my heat. I clear exposed.
So you're overcharging to stabilize because you've already used a
I
lock
used
on
initiative
as
to
one of
lock
your actions. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're good.
on. And then I just stabilize.
No more
with my
initiative for
normal
you,
thing.
but I'm assuming you guys are tracking your own stuff
I
in
will
that way.
put in. Yeah.
With that change in the field, do we want to fill out the round?
I have something I can do.
I think we can drop
Okay.
him in a
All
turn.
right, we're still determined to
is it?
kill this guy.
We're on bad guys.
It is mine, and if we are that determined to destroy him, let's see.
Just move the kill bug bubble
course.
for the magic horse.
3, 4, 5, 6. Where do I want to end up? Yeah, I'm going to stand right on this missile because it knows friend from foe. So I can skitter right over the rocks. He moves so quickly, it looks like he's not even worried about climbing up and down a hill. Just completely normal. And then it is going to... I have to declare. It is going to attack with the sword our poor immobilized ice cream parlor. What's your call sign?
My call sign
It's
is
ice cream parlor now.
Is what now?
Phalanx.
Phalanx. All right. And I am very sure that in your immobilized state, it like does a bunch of fainting and then stabs right at the weak point. It deals 8 damage to you.
He does the Obi Annie spin,
With an
and then he
11
just stabs.
evasion that still hits.
Yes, it does.
13. Wait, you said 13 damage?
It does 8.
Oh.
8.
Oh, 8.
8.
Well,
I'm not that cruel.
like that's my entire health bar. 8 damage. I can take 8 damage. Even
That's
if it's
most
not.
of your entire health
That's most of
bar.
my
A
entire
lot of
health
your
bar.
health bar.
But I might
And
respec
then-
my stats at some point.
I can't really hide. Looks for single move actions.
I think eject from cockpit is a single move action.
I don't think that they're going to do that.
There's a suggestion.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate it. I'm still not doing that. They are going to, I think... How's everyone doing with heat? I don't remember, but people have been doing a whole ton of stabilizing. So we're going to lock on... yeah, we're going to lock on to the immobilized one.
I just realized what this looks is like. I line up to shoot the guy, and then he teleports behind me.
You're already dead.
He is an assassin. That's the way things go. And that's the assassin's turn. It's all yours, whoever is going next.
I would like to go next.
I give you another thing and say, kill this guy. Have another die.
Cool. I'm going to kill the horse.
Sure, you can't use it to get accuracy, but you can still use it with the other effects.
Zen, if that plan works for you, because he is within range, I can move.
It doesn't, because me attacking with the autopod as a reaction, I'd have to come back to my turn before I got that back.
I can still take a shot at it. I can move 4 to there. In that case, do I even...
The horse. Kill the horse.
No, I mean, like, do
Actually,
I even...
How does once per round work?
At the start of the round, it resets, even if you haven't had a turn yet.
Okay, so I have my reaction back.
Oh, yeah, okay. Then I will, first off, lock on to the horse. He is within 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. So I'm locked on the horse. Does anything else happen?
Oh, I'm pretty sure that's once per
The teleport horse. Does he
Yeah, if it's a-
teleport?
Does he
Yeah.
teleport?
If it's a reaction, then yeah, since you just did it, it wouldn't come back. I don't think.
Reaction to enemy acting. Let me.
Because you just did it for this guy, so I assume you can't do it for the horse.
Yeah, I'm assuming I can't do it for the horse either, but I'm just
And there's
doing.
a lot of tracking in this because you got to track when
Close
the
for
round
round.
resets
No, I
too.
can't.
With the,
Or wait,
we
I-
aren't using an initiative.
Oh,
tracker
it's a
right
new
now.
round, isn't it?
No,
Oh, you used it.
the
Oh,
first
no.
thing that happened in the round was
You're right.
you used it because I blocked
You're
out.
good. I can't
Okay.
use anything.
Cool. I will assault cannon the horse using my lock on, which will use your autopod if you want to use it.
Do you have to be able to
So-
attack, or is it just anything?
I-
How does that work?
I can lock on, and then if I use the lock on, it'll just happen, right?
I don't
The
know.
auto
Zen
view-
has to be in line of sight of it because Zen is
Nope,
not.
seeking.
Oh, sweet.
And I'm within 8, which is the range of my assault cannon. So I will shoot the assault cannon, which is reliable 3. So I'm going to take 1 heat and shoot it. And I get +1 accuracy from the core system. That's a crit. So that'll be. I
22.
Do you
can
want
roll-
to spend my die to add a d6, which you could also roll twice and take the highest?
I can't because you told me to
Not
target
attacking the
other
right
guy.
target.
So just to be clear, there are 3 effects you can use in my dice. One of them is +1 accuracy to follow the order. The other 2, extra damage or reduced damage, do not care about the order.
Oh, then I will do extra damage against the horsey.
That seems weird, but
It's why
I
it's
will
level.
trust you.
That's the 3rd level talent of
Oh,
leadership. That's why.
So, how much damage are you doing against the horsey?
So that is 13 plus if you want to autopod.
16.
However, 16 damage.
Beautiful. How do you do 16? Please explain the horsey's death.
Yeah. So from behind cover, the horse materializes on top of this rock, and I go, "Ha, fell right for the trap." And I
That's
go,
the trap. There's a trap that we
1,
just
2,
said.
3, 4. I go and I go. It just like spin, like I just keep going until it stops moving.
Actually, how much HP did it have? Because I don't necessarily have to use that.
We don't know.
We don't
Um,
know until after.
My answer, yeah, you don't know. You
Because
didn't
it's
get
consuming
it.
the lock
so-
on. Yeah, the attack actually makes it hit, so I would have to
Yeah, I think
declare
you have-
before the results of the attack are. Yep. Okay.
So let's just make sure
So-
it's dead.
Yeah. Let's kill it. Let's fucking
Yeah,
kill it.
it is impressively riddled with holes, and as it falls over on the boulder, because it obviously doesn't fall somewhere when it moves.
The Raidmaker blows up
The
too.
assassin slowly loses some of those sparkles and becomes more visible.
That's not invisible anymore.
Yeah,
the Maj can transfer its own invisibility to allies. That's what it did.
With the barrel smoking ballad says, "Well, karma's a bitch," because that's this mech.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Okay.
All right. Wait. Oh, that
yeah,
is my
that's my
turn. Sorry. That is
Now it's your
another thing closed on my screen.
So I think the only one that could go is these two.
Good guy or Rainmaker. Neither of them have gone yet.
Yeah.
Hmm,
You can
I
fucking well know
wonder-
the Rainmaker's gonna go.
Let me check my
Yeah,
shield.
the Rainmaker's gonna go.
Yeah, when does your shield stop?
Lasts
Don't
until the
check-
end of my next turn. So actually, it is still up until the start of and yeah, my next turn. Nope.
No, it
it's
would've
down.
It ended because I
Now
went
it's down.
first. Yeah, it's gone.
Why did we check? Why did we check before the Raidmaker?
We would have checked
Check
as soon as
after.
we would have checked as soon as the Rainmaker's turn was, no matter what.
You
it
would have
was.
checked it.
Same team,
Aw.
shut up.
So that's actually good. I thought that the shield. What's the way to put this? I thought the shield lasted shorter than the immobilization, but good to know it's both.
All right, we're shooting some javelin missiles into the air again, which means moving these X's, not the characters. So we
I moved
have.
them out of the way.
Thank you. One, which is right there. One, which is this knockback into these javelins worked real well. I liked it.
Without the eyes, I thought that skull was a jellyfish. Just saying.
Yep, that's fine. So one of them is going behind. Who needs hitting? I keep giving Spencer out in these, so Spencer's getting hit this time for sure. This mech just killed his friend. Please, assassin, move so I can get the X here. You're much easier to see than the person behind that. So it leaves a couple of traps in the air and then shoots a missile that'll push you back. So we're doing dodge the missiles again.
Do I get my stabilizer?
I don't know.
Is it a
Is it
save?
called a
Knockback is
save?
part of the. I would say if. Oh no, there's no save to avoid the knockback in this case. I remember we dealt
It
with
just
that.
happens if you hit.
If it's a hit, yes.
Yep.
If it's a hit, it's slight extra damage plus knockback.
Okay, so I've got my 3 shots. Drat it, don't close that. Okay. The first one was against Phalanx, which. What is your evasion, please?
11.
It hits you, hits you in the head, sends you reeling, moves you back into a missile, 9 damage total.
Does that include the cover? Because I have hard cover right now, which is 2d6.
2d6. Then what's your evasion again?
11.
Fine. It does 2 damage instead, and I assume knockback doesn't hit on a miss.
Correct.
Lucky. The next one I did was Boombox, whose call sign is what now?
Ballad.
Ballad?
Mhm.
That's pretty close. I'm getting this one. What would your evasion be?
8.
It hits you, right in the chest, pushes you back, 9 damage total.
Okay. I would like to brace.
Okay. So brace will either brace the 4 damage from it or brace the 5 damage from the javelin missile coming streaking down as soon as you land there.
Yeah, they're separate. They're 2 instances of 4 and then 5 damage.
Do you round up or down?
It's
For future
it's in,
reference,
like,
I know it doesn't really matter.
It's like getting started. It says.
Oh, Googling round does not help.
Always round up to the nearest whole number. Just
Okay.
Control F, always round, and yeah, it's on page 12.
All right. So no matter what one I brace against, it's the same amount of damage. So
7 damage.
I will brace to take 7 damage.
And be knocked back a step.
Yeah, knock back to here.
And that missile goes away. And then the last
Here,
one
I'll move
also.
so you can do it.
Oh, thank you.
Hmm.
The last one
Great.
is also.
Brace, you count as resistance to having damage to all damage, burn, and heat from the triggering attack.
Yes, but the
Triggering
there's
attack.
separate attacks.
2
That's the
attacks
thing.
going
It's
on here.
technically 2 individual attacks. One is the javelin missiles, and one is the normal missiles it shoots.
Missile pods pushing you back into the area where there has been a trap laid.
Okay, so okay, and those just auto hits, so the increased difficulty from other attacks wouldn't affect the missiles, correct?
Correct.
Correct.
Okay.
And the same thing happens to our evil Kevin. They are hit and pushed back into these missiles, taking the 9 damage.
Awesome. So cool.
And then our Rainmaker will
Die?
no, it's just going to stand there, I think.
He's gonna scuttle.
Nope. He's going to, like, push himself closer to the ground and get ready. That's it. Your guys' turn.
Only one person's left, right?
No,
I
because I
haven't
don't think
gone
Zen
yet.
went.
Zen hasn't
Indigo
gone yet.
and Zen haven't
Okay.
gone.
Yeah.
Who would like to go next?
I'm not in range of the. I guess I technically can be. How do I get in range?
You run. I guess we could start running down this right side. Oh wait, yeah, you could get in range of this guy.
You could, but I want to put my Shrike code on the Rainmaker so he fries himself next time he tries to barrage us.
Mhm.
So you'd need sensors and line of sight to do that. He's behind a
Which-
wall.
Yeah, he's behind a height 4 wall.
So I'd have to somehow get, like,
Yeah, that
here.
teleportation by the
Stupid
Barrage
horse.
was mean.
Alright.
Horse is great. I don't know what you're having problems with.
My idea is we climb the wall and stay on top of the wall and shoot down where the melee guy can't reach us, and we just kill the Rainmaker that way.
That's probably the best answer.
No,
Um,
that'll last
gonna-
for a turn before the damn big guy climbs the wall.
Yeah.
It's,
But for
it'll-
now,
From what I remember, he has very slow movement. It might take him a full action and regular movement. Like, they
Mm.
won't be able to. We'll be fine for a turn.
the assassin gets knives to the face.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I still have an assassin who's alive.
Yeah.
No, knives.
Okay.
Two knives to the face.
No longer invisible. Do I have any kind of reactions for that?
I assume
Not
just
really.
the first one hits.
Yay!
I'm also assuming just the first one hits.
A 5 isn't.
So we need
quite as good as a
evasion.
7.
Again, remind me ties. Ties hit.
Ties hit.
Mhm.
And similar,
Is the evasion
thing
se-
that
is
is
he
making
17?
the roll succeeds against the target, which means
Yeah.
on a tie, when someone's making a saving throw, that's a successful saving throw, because that's the one thing being rolled.
Did we have soft cover? I don't remember.
No,
No,
I think
I
it was
had a penalty where our soft cover
Yeah.
was being done. to
Yeah,
things
through the
like
I
hack.
don't
that,
remember.
but that's
Too
fine.
bad for me is my answer here. Yes, the first one hits. I take 3 kinetic damage, it looks like.
Yep.
And where in the assassin does this knife lodge to kill it?
Yeah.
It's in the face.
That would've been
It's just in the
total
face. I'm
overkill if I
gonna
hit it.
continue stabbing him in the face until he stops.
He got one cool move off on the poor immobilized mech before you're like, there we go, and he is dead.
Also, do these guys disappear now that the Mirage is dead?
Yes. They
Hmm.
blink, or actually, I think they do. I'm pretty sure that they blink and flicker out of existence.
Excellent.
This guy, to be clear, this guy, and
This guy.
whoever else has definitely not been moving.
Sure, the
And this
Rainmaker doesn't flicker out of existence.
The Rainmaker was never.
It's all been psychic damage the entire time.
It was actually just the horse.
The-
There
horse was the
no
only
other bad
enemy.
guys.
That would be a fun custom Lancer thing, by the way. That would be doable.
Oh,
Oh, 3 horses.
actually,
3 horses.
Wouldn't be fairly doable, but it would be doable.
the definitely they don't disappear. They're still there.
Perfect. We'll turn them into walking
Just-
billboards.
Stand.
Okay,
Weird.
All right, so
Phantoms.
big guy goes, I think, or are we?
Yeah. Big guy, because big guy hasn't gone yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna
yes.
1, 2, 3, 4 scurry around. And that should be
Please
it.
Do a scurry because honestly, if you don't mind, I'd like to start next turn with the big guy. Just for non-combat reasons, if that's all right.
Interesting.
It was the one bit of prep I didn't have time to do.
That's understandable, given that he's not really joining the fight, which is
And
tough.
also the horse is shockingly complicated.
Yes! This combat was always kind of meant to be, okay, here's phase 1, and here's phase 2.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be kite the big guy till we get to the escape hatch.
So,
But again, if we kill them all, which
despite
we're really close to doing, we get loot.
this being a 5-mission thing, it may take us longer than 5 sessions.
I'm fine with that.
Probably.
Hopefully it'll get quicker as we keep going. I will try and more streamline my GM prep so I have a better idea of what each of my guys are doing by default, which will help
See,
a bit.
unfortunately, we're gonna pick up speed right in time to hit the brick wall of a new game.
Yes.
She's
Yes,
real
we are.
Wile E. Coyote, that transition.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
that's
that
my
Done
is
turn.
before
it
the real brick
for our
wall
first
of the
session.
holidays.
So
We should be done
we're not
before
doing the full round. I don't get to go.
Please go.
Yeah, the big
Honestly,
guy.
I will, unless you're actually trying to target him, in which case, does this matter? Give me a moment to flip a
Because
choice
you were going to
on
go with an
movement.
NPC, right, Marissa?
The only NPC I have left is this big guy.
yeah, because the Rainmaker already went, and the other two are dead.
He is dropping off of the cover, heading down there, and narratively, I'm pretending that he can do whatever else
get
he's
to it
doing.
okay.
It matters so much.
He
To be fair,
does a
I do
thing.
He
think
prepares
I-
his action for the end of the round.
I was
Yeah.
under the impression he was trying to approach the horse to get teleported into, like, direct combat, was my worry about him.
That would be fun. I actually didn't realize some of the versatility of the horse
horse
as
is
I was doing this
crazy.
to
Oh, I thought that
degree.
was the whole plan. I thought that was the timer. That whenever
So-
that guy got in range of whatever the horse teleport is, now we have the big guy immediately in our face.
Spoilers
I mean,
for the
you still
pre-made
do.
module. We've
You
done a
have
bit
to beat
unstreamed.
him.
That is one of the fights in there's main tactic is a horse and a big rampager
Really?
guy. You haven't done it
Yeah,
yet.
I did not read that.
You haven't done it yet, but yeah, that is one of the main tactics in the module of one of the
But
fights.
yes, remember, your goal is that escape hatch he is currently partially standing on.
Or we just
We'll deal with him later.
He's probably not a veteran or elite. It'll be fine.
Now he is.
Sure.
I have been
All
telling
right.
you that there is one veteran on this map. You have two things live. You hate them both.
Oh, right.
It's either the fucking mortar guy or the big boy.
It's probably the big guy. Anyways,
Yeah.
Zen, you have a turn.
Yes. I'm going to use all of my movement and 2 boosts to get here because I can.
All right. Nope.
Excellent.
There are no little guys waiting to take advantage of your sadness.
Mhm.
You could, I guess, bolster one of us or do something else with your last action. I don't know.
That wall is really frustrating. That
My last
H4
action
wall.
is to fucking mortar this piece of shit behind the wall.
Oh, you have a mortar.
Yes, don't let them out.
Good.
All right, so that
Feed
just
the
makes it a
anger.
straight roll because I have +1 accuracy. So let's just hope I roll better than I have all fucking night.
-1 because they have hard cover against you.
Stop it! Shoot.
I think it'll be -1, and my
Oh, I
math is
rolled.
right.
Does it give me a thing for -1? It doesn't. Well,
I'm sorry. I think
So we're
it's
rolling
true.
1d6 and minusing that.
Which is 8's the minimum to hit on almost everything.
It's a roll to 3.
I'm
Want to describe
sorry.
your miss?
Same team, but it gets it. Yeah.
What is that?
Yep.
Is there
officially don't like this game. Just saying.
Indigo, what was your question?
Is there? There's so many moving pieces. It's melting my brain a bit. I'm trying to figure out what the actual rule for cover is.
So
'Cause cover is very confusing.
cover is
I
center
don't.
to center of each hex. If there is a hard cover that you are
Hard cover is
adjacent
red.
to, hard cover is red. Hard cover only gives you the bonus for hard cover, which is 2 dice, if you're adjacent to it. If there is hard cover but you're not adjacent to it between you and the target, it becomes soft cover, which is 1 die. Arcing weapons ignore line of sight blocking, but don't ignore cover. However, if you have an arcing
that's the part that doesn't
AoE
make
weapon,
sense.
you can attack. Then, if you have an arcing AoE weapon, here's where it gets funny. Then, if you attack the hex behind the Rainmaker, it won't have cover from the blast at all, because there's no cover between the center of the blast and the target.
Oh, so
but
why
arcing
wouldn't I have just
single
done
target
that?
weapons. Did you have an
You
AoE?
have
could do that.
range.
Oh, you do have blast 1. Then yeah, ignore the cover.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was blast
you
1.
could just go there.
Arcing single target
Yeah,
weapons don't have that ability.
Okay, which makes it an 8.
Yeah, arcing is the most complex thing I think I know about for
Yeah,
this game.
so it'd be an 8 against it, which is probably the minimum
I don't know if that
to
is
hit it.
Stop hitting it exactly the number.
All right.
Yes, it hits.
Sweet.
How
Yeah,
much
It's
more?
gonna take that 4 damage. I believe.
4 damage it is.
Technically, you could also have hit
Actually,
this
it
guy with
hits
it.
this guy too.
It does. It hits
Does
both of
indeed.
them for 4 damage.
That one, let me actually
Unless it's
check.
got higher
for
than
an
8. Yeah.
8. It also takes 4 damage.
Doesn't
Yeah,
have
Yes,
armor.
we know his AC.
Just to make it more
And-
confusing, does he have armor?
Oh, he definitely has armor.
Oh,
but it's,
right.
4 armor is
Oh,
insane. 4
He's
armor
got-
is like the highest armor you can. It's literally the highest armor you can have in the game. So
So you're not actually seeing that dude at the moment, but he
He took
does indeed have armor. The Rainmaker also has armor, which I definitely
Why?
remember.
it'll be like 1 usually. Heavy armor at low
Yeah.
level is 2.
Okay. So they probably just have 1.
And
This
once
guy
And-
might have 2, but
in
he would
sight
be
of
one
these
the
guys,
most
by the way,
armor.
I'm gonna share this other really nice invade that I have. I need that damn
Get next to each
Rainmaker
other.
to be in line of sight.
Ooh,
I can jam it.
Nice.
I like it.
If I remember correctly, the Rainmaker almost killed us last time we played this game too.
Yes.
Mhm.
So it did, and I didn't even play it with the missiles, with knocking you back into the missiles, because it had that ability too.
But it was so fun.
I didn't think about
Um,
that, mostly because I didn't think of the knockback before.
I actually have, as I said, I did tune this to be weaker than
Yeah.
most it is saying. And there are certain abilities that I, even without doing that, chose not to give these people because I didn't want to kick you while you were down. Especially with the Assassin, the combo of I do more damage when you are hurt felt like it would just not be fun to play against as a player. And I already knew that Lancer had that.
Well, let's talk about it off stream.
Yep.
But this was our first session of Lancer. I
Close
personally just enjoyed it.
First session
I
of
might
Lancer,
be the
we'll
only
see
one
where it
based on
goes.
everyone's
I
fire.
like
I
the mech
2
things.
kills.
Yeah,
The
4 hours
numbers-
without feeling cool at all. No, I'm vehemently against this game.
The thing I don't get, all of the numbers are so low, right? So it feels like you should be able to like hit them more frequently. Because like that's the problem I have for not
Still
feeling
the
cool in
swinginess of the
Pathfinder.
D20.
Yeah, is that Pathfinder numbers with the D20 are still so high that like, oh, I didn't roll above a 15. I guess I better go cry in my bathroom. Like, there's no other solution. Like, if you roll below a 15, you basically miss, so most of the die is useless. Here, you're looking for an 8, but like for some reason, we can't get 8 to 12, like total.
I don't know for sure. I strongly suspect that will change as we level up, and there will be a bit more. It'll be a bit more HP, not spongy per se, but attack. I think things will start hitting much more reliably on both directions. As
Yeah,
if-
once we
if
upgrade frames.
once we upgrade frames, that'll help. Things we won't get to do if we get to like if this is a level 6 encounter, we'll have +3 to all of our attacks from that. Enemies would be tier 2. Attacks back and forth are most likely to hit because in the rules, your max evasion is 20. No matter what you do, you're not allowed to ever have more than 20 evasion. And it's rare to get that, to be honest. But like,
But I think that is
Max
the
is
end of our
20.
session tonight.
Yes.
Yeah.
and by the time you're level 12, everyone has a +6 to attack without any other bonuses. So
Can never get there.
So farewell for now.
Yes.
yes.
See you next week.
Next week,
Most
we'll be
likely.
back with more of this. I hope.
Sure. Balancer.
Balancertech. Name very accurate.
Bending.